from the victors of the first map. FaZe Clan standing by with Frankie. We're going to sit back, relax, and check this out.
I have only got a short amount of time with Nico, so we're going to make it as sweet as possible. Talk me through that comeback.
Yeah, I don't know, we just played some amazing CS towards the end. We have made some really good calls and like really good team plays. We just played like really well off each other. We remained calm, which was the most important thing. And yeah, I'm just happy that we managed to close it out in the end. And yeah, it feels good.
But NIP were playing slow, methodical at the start in that first half. Why do you think that got the better of you?
I think like one of the reasons why we started slow is just because we didn't really prepare. Like we didn't have time for them to prepare, so we didn't know what to expect from them. And like they had really good game plan, and it just took us a while to adapt to their T side and how they played. So I think that's just only like the reason why they got so many rounds.
Are you underestimating them after you smashed them 16-3 on Dust 2 earlier?
No, we are not here to underestimate anyone. We are just here to prove that we are the top still, that we know that we can beat anyone, and like that we are still fighting for trophies. So there's no underestimating anyone. We just want to win this so bad.
You say the top still. Actually, the past couple of months have been very difficult for you individually, and yet here in Copenhagen, you're finding your form again. Why is that?
I just feel like one of the reasons why I'm started playing was just because we have better structure now in the team. Like everything is starting to click together, and like once that clicked, I could find my game as well. So yeah, just like when team is playing good, I'm gonna like play really good as well, and just way easier for me to perform when I don't really have to call everything on the map. Like right now we know what we are doing on every map, like on every tactic, so now it's just easier for me to focus on myself and just like do what I do the best.
Well, if you do your best, you are on track to pick up your second MVP award of the year here at Blast Pro Series. So I'm going to let you go and prepare, Nico, and I'm going to get this back to the desk.
Thank you so much. That's Frankie there with Nico. We've been having a boogie, and now we're here for a breakdown. Of course, Dust 2 is up next, and she's already hinting at it. The Omen MVP race is on. A lot of people wanting to see Nico take that one, and certainly should FaZe convert it, he is the front runner after his performances earlier in the tournament. There's no doubt about it. But the conversation shifts to Dust 2, Maniac Potter. We've talked about it a lot. There was a previous head-to-head on the very map that we've now stepped into in this grand final. Of course, a rather one-sided affair in favor of FaZe. Now, do you both echo the ideas that this is not going to be a repeat in terms of the way in which it's won, the gap in which it's won?
I would be very surprised if we see a whitewash.
It's just not going to happen.
I don't think so. And I do believe that FaZe go in this map very favorite for sure. And just to bounce back on what Nico was saying, we can feel it. I can feel it that there's a correlation between how FaZe are prepared and how Nico is performing. I think that he has less on his shoulders. He has less to micromanage. The structure is here a little bit more. People know what they have to do, and he can be his own self. He can focus on himself. And what better map than Dust 2 to be, you know, his absolutely deadliest self. You would see him go out of the doors middle after 12 seconds and getting duels onto the B side and then the A side. So, you know, all the cards are here for FaZe to go 2-0. But then again, I don't think it's going to be a 6-3.
So in terms of win conditions, say I wanted a C3, Christine. What needs to be going right for the Ninjas? How are they going to be able to push it back to FaZe in a way they couldn't last time?
I really liked their re-aggression on the CT side of Nuke, and they've been doing it all weekend long. Just their pause, the mid-game audibles, the making their opponents sweat it out and guess where they're going to be. I think they did it really well. It highlighted Rez's timings. It highlighted Rez's just perfection and making the impact plays. And I think if NIP slow it down, Dust 2 is one of those maps where it's hard to slow it down. Once you have that long A control, once you're on that short A, you kind of have to explode. But if they're able to slow it down, make some distractions towards that middle, cut off phases, rotations, getting back and forth from A to B, I think that's going to be the key here for NIP.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, guys, for your insight. We're going to be getting into our second map after our break. Dust 2 coming up. Will FaZe lift the trophy? Nico, in his own words, says we want it so damn bad, but we'll find out if they can after this.
to the Royal Arena in Copenhagen! We are about to go into map 2, which is Dust 2 of this grand final here. I figure, guys, we should do something to really pick up the energy going into Dust 2, okay? We tried this earlier on, and we're gonna go for it again now. Give it your all, okay? Let's do some 7 Nation Army. Follow my lead. Lo, 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 lo. One time. Lo, 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 lo. One more. Lo, 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 lo. Give yourselves a big round of applause. I've got a career in music after this, I think. Here we go, Dust 2 coming your way. Can FaZe go all the way, or can NIP cause an upset? It's coming your way in just a mo. Let's do this thing, Dust 2, here we go! I love Bungie.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much, Adam.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank everybody.
Yeah.
You guys have been amazing.
Yeah,
like,
you're
truly amazing. And I'm so glad that this grand final delivers. That first map was fantastic. And Dust 2, we've got history on it, so it's going to be interesting.
Sure.
And it's Dust 2, man. It's Dust 2. I don't care what analysis says or what previous results say. It's Dust 2, all right? If anybody's played Dust 2 the most on this map, it's Forrest. Okay, in the entire server right now, he's got way more hours than anybody else. They could probably do this. Let's see if they can actually pull it out and make it a map 3. But if not, I'm sure there's a lot of FaZe fans that'll be very happy because that 2-0 is definitely looking somewhat imminent.
Looking somewhat special. And I mean, again, we remember where this entire day started. It was me and you, Launders, humbly casting away on the C stream, watching FaZe wreck Ninjas in Pajamas. 16-3 was that score. So this one, if it's anything like that, is over quick. At least you've got your errors fresh in your mind.
That's
true.
Ninjas
know they've got a lot to improve on coming into this, but they could very well rock it.
Yeah.
Once we get started.
Yeah, and for FaZe Clan, they can mind game. They can mind game the plays of the past. You know, that maybe they see NIP's mistakes better than they even see it themselves, and they can think, okay, well, what can you do? What's the next step? What are NIP going to fix that's going to be obvious to us? And then how do we get ahead of that? And it really does feel like there are 2 minds at play here, one in Nico, one in Coldzera, and they are both having a time introducing some new strategic depth to the team.
For what could be the very last time today, and you won't get the chance to do this until next year when we come back.
Next year.
Are you ready? Woo! Let's do it together, Copenhagen. Potentially the last map of Blast 2019. Ninjas on the T side. They've got a lot to prove after their performance from earlier today. But why not now? 2 sets of utility coming in from this T-side pistol. Double smoke, triple flash, and that beautiful armored P250 on Forrest.
Very standard lay of the land 2-1-2 setup. Just to cover all options. Ton of tunnel presence from NIP, but they have made the decision. It looks like they might have that kind of classic everybody knows mid to B strat with a simple singular mid to B smoke. That's actually both to complement them. Flashes go out, but they rotate back. There's only one person to go out mid. I think this is the best way to do it.
Roki trying to get himself more than just that burst, but oh no, he hits the wrong head. Coldzera gets betrayed, and just like that, Twist and Lekro, they're gonna clamp down on a chance that's been gifted to them. NIP, 4 versus 2 in this B-site post plant. A single flash, perhaps, for Rain to get into this retake. They do have the kit, so time may be a bit more on their side, but they need those crisp headshots. We've got Plopsky peeking off the back plat, Twist just beneath the window, and still 2 Ts over towards ramp side, so this is not gonna get any easier anytime soon. They know it, they're gone. They tuck tail and start to walk back. They're gonna try to corral NIP, try to add some damage to the tally, but they come up near empty-handed. A heartbreak in the pistol.
Okay, yeah, at least he gets the 2 kills, but yes, it is a bit of a heartbreaker when you have Brokey at the back of the site shooting his teammate in the head, but it's also kind of his fault because that's coldzera's spot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He was playing there. He just kind of decided they were going to double up, but maybe I think coldzera initially was looking down and Brokey was going to double up on purpose so that he could take attention away, and coldzera decided to peek up a bit early. Who knows? But it's not the biggest deal in the world.
And they laughed
just
it
a
off.
pistol, and FaZe have survived pistols in the past. Of course. In fact, we saw that last map.
Ooh, and they start off with another headshot, this time in the right direction. Nico denying any kind of long control. The numbers were certainly there for Nip. They had like 3 or 4 trying to head out. Plopsky's gonna linger a bit longer as the rest of his team head towards Catwalk now. This mid to B has potential. coldzera, give it a chance and give it a kill. However, there's another player close in smoke. And NIP are going entirely in through tunnels. Who holds the line? It's Brokey. Time to make up for your past sins, my friend. He's got a help from Rain. There's Brokey with at least the first one, but Plopsky's movement, his jump over, still gonna cost him HP. FaZe Clan with a second scout into the mixture. The right ingredients for an upset win, and yeah, Rain's gonna deny that bomb. It is just Twist, 10 health, 1v3. 45 seconds and he's down. Olaf runs by. So I understand now why they laugh off Brokey's TK.
Yeah.
Laughing in the faces of ninjas like, you think you have a chance?
We already know we had Dust 2 wrapped up, right? When they took a break, I'm sure that's all they were talking about. No problem. This is exactly what we wanted. They screwed up. They lost the first map. They should have won it. And yeah, that's Rain just putting himself in a position in the smoke just to come out when he hears that bomb defuse or bomb getting planted as an audio cue. Okay, just move up a little bit, take some spam shots, ends up working out beautifully. Now we're into round 3, tied 1-1, but FaZe Clan confidence-wise and about to be numerically in the lead. 2 and B, 3 out towards long. No presence towards mids from the CTs, but that's fine early on. Can't plant it mid. Only issue would be a fast mid to B split, which would be quite common on these rounds, but it seems like instead, Ninjas will turn their talents to Cat, work up slowly, and see if they can cross it. Like you saw at this tournament, so much attention given to this part of the map.
Plopsky's smoke, not gonna be used in the push, meant for the post plant perhaps. Molotov's gonna be behind these T's, so Nico's gonna feel the heat. Tries to get more damage in, and he will. Naps the elbow, USP box bang, and now Lekro's gonna return fire. At least his deagle's good for 1, and a third now. Lekro, named by other pros, one of the best deagle players out there. And if he continues with these last 2 kills, then that's evidence. Proof is in the pudding. coldzera's gonna wrap around from long, and we have that MP9 on Brokey trying to inch his way in off Cat. Single flash is all that's left, and there is a kid in play. They have confirmation that Brokey's there, but they do not know about coldzera, and he's crouching, he's creeping, he's crawling, he's closing this distance, and he's gonna have to close the 1v2. Cover of the box from Lekro, who does still look for the 4th, but no, sir. Retake solid. Cold with a kit has time, but the cost stacked up. That's what you like to see. FaZe Clan's force buy wins the round, and Nips nearly takes them the distance.
Yeah, it's true. So it comes close. There's enough money here that works out well for Nip. They do still have to save. They're going to have wait a second. They've got the SG out, but not enough for a second one, so they can't even drop that for someone who has armor. An interesting problem here, but at the same time, we've seen them do this in the past where they just have one guy raid boss it, try to get the entries, and here he is, Lekro Cam all the way through. He's going to be leading the charge. Don't know if they're going to go slow, but if they go too slow, then this is all going to fall apart behind Lekro. It's probably important that they don't get damage shaved off by grenades and picked apart slowly because they have weaker guns. Instead, let him lose the charge. There's 1 man off the board. Lekro can make something happen. Wow, really good peek. A good amount of damage dealt. coldzera's low. He's also one of the least valuable pieces to do damage to. He's at equal strength with that op. 1 shot, 1 kill.
He won't shy away. He will not hide. Does put a bit of distance between him and Brokey, just to be safe. But he'll keep his eyes down towards the depths of mid. Meanwhile, Rain with a Molotov in hand. Puts that down and drops.
5-cat plays being possible. You know, no long control necessary. It's a very tempting place to go.
This time they use their smoke before their push around. They had that same smoke in the light by last round. Gives them a little bit of space to play with, but Nico, and he drops the bomb. Bomb falls down towards spawn. Rain's just gonna jump on it. At this point, I mean, Lekro's life valuable. The Deeks, let him go, or how? Could they, I mean, somebody throws that bomb back up, but they both go down. All three go down. They've gotten back their bomb, but now they have to boost, and if he dies, he's left on his own, so they fight. And yet still, they'll get a kill. And not all dead just yet until they peek around that corner. FaZe to the 3-1 lead.
Wow, that swift op shot, man. What a wicked op shot from Nico. And it's the round definer. Knocks the bomb into spawn instantly. Obviously, if you're carrying the bomb, number one, you've got to take a step back.
Yeah, back up, bro.
Mind the gap, right? Stand back a little bit. And also, don't look directly over the railing because the bomb is going to go flying in the direction that you face. But sometimes it's still going to happen, especially when you have pistols and everyone needs to fight. You're going to be tempted to look over. So it's understandable how it does get dropped in that situation. But FaZe can't fall on their feet. As per usual, as we've seen, really good CT side to start things off. They maintain the 2 ops, minimal losses. And they've dealt with Cat a couple of times as one of, Nip's kind of pocket strategies you're going to see repeated on this T side. And if they don't have that as a threat, they're going to feel very unconfident, I think.
Nobody over facing in mid. Scopes hoping for someone to hit, but FaZe clan, keep it safe. Tucked away is Rain and Spawn. Catwalk's open. NIP so spread out, they're playing all faces of the map, and what a nasty op shot. Just slams him through the sliver of the door. A 5 versus 4 now, tempting from FaZe. Rain tucks himself into the cubby.
Doesn't even need to fight here, really.
Nope.
2 and B, but he's got a pretty good spot, we'll see.
And nobody checks him! All too easy for Rain. He will still drop to Lekro, but Lekro finds himself completely alone. He has no bomb control, but at least a second kill is his. However, FaZe so fast at wrapping round in all directions. They challenge through window, they fly out B door, and you even had that mid flank to seal it all off.
Yeah. Now Popsky's attention is obviously on the window, first and foremost. He's expecting respect on the smoke. And Rain throws him a curveball. I guess one of the values of pushing the 5v4 is that no one expects you to make that move. So he doesn't get hard cleared. Really sick round. I mean, even that 1 kill from Nico is huge. And it seems like he's hitting everything right now. So I'm down for the Nico show if that's what we're in store for.
Oh, quick headshots versus the unarmored CZs. Oh, and the frag grenade even. The Molotov behind him. Run, hide.
Quiver, cower.
Just hope you can do something in the next round, because so far so good for FaZe.
Yeah, I mean, keep your heads on straight. The problem for me, even more so, is that it was NIP's CT side that was almost even worse. So we'll see if they fix those problems and if they can even make a half of this, because FaZe looks so good. So good. Just the CZs. Slow creep out mid into the waiting arms of PYJAMAS. You know he wants to fight.
Oh! And the D! Good for another! Swaps to the sidearm and just blasts him.
Describe that in 1 word.
But actually,
I would have gone with like egregious,
Okay. Well, you're the educated one here. I learned in the schools of Counter-Strike.
Yeah. Just have yet to graduate. But, oh my God.
Listen, man, you're getting there, step by step.
You love how he moves towards the smoke when, if you're losing or anything like that, you're going back into the window, like hiding a B, waiting for your teammate.
Oh,
he's ready. Okay.
Here we go. Come on, this is what I was hoping for, because if there was one thing that Nip really started to impress me with on Nuke, it was Twist's op play. He had some stellar CT rounds.
Super smart op
So
play, yeah.
when we think back to that earlier 16-3 at the start of the day, what needs to change? What could be different? I look to Twist. At least this round, he hits the flick. Nico removed early.
I love that he's just early in the half, just taking some of his own its own initiative to look into upper B, just see if that's a place that's being held. We can get a kill there. Really love to see more abuse there. That's so important. Olaf behind the smoke. He's got friends on Cat. Okay, this is a totally normal setup. Great for them. They can even escort Rocky up mid if they want to. They sit and wait, but they are 5v4.
Molotovs start burning up the site. Looking to make the foot placement awkward. Lekro's still all right for now.
Oh, another Molotov comes out. Time ticks down, and all the CTs are getting into their favorite spots for the retake. They can.
Sure enough, and there's a third.
Oh my God, yeah.
These mollies just denying a lot. But Plopsky will still be able to plant. He's found himself some sanctuary, although the grenade lands then right on him. 5v4 and an advantage for Nip.
Don't lock it down and kill. They don't do a ton of damage with the incendiaries. They've only just delayed.
And the problem of using all those mollies is now nobody's able to burn these T's out of Goose.
Yeah.
Rez, however, he's made noise. Brokey 100% just heard him. If they deal with that, now the retake gets rolling, and it's even keeled at 4v4.
Yeah.
Or the time.
It was just time. If that kill came earlier, then yeah, you know,
Sure.
they're definitely going to go for it. Yeah.
Which all of a sudden makes Rez's push not seem so bad.
You got to appreciate that though. Throwing the Molotov to see what happens. Oh, that's a nice spray. Really sick stuff with the SIG. That's great. I mean, now they're up 4-1 in this round. And Nip, they're just looking for 2 men.
Hello?
That's all they want.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's all in the name.
Twist and flick.
Yeah. Okay, so at least one kind of consummary kill there at the end. Twist gets that. He retains the op, which is big, but FaZe look good. And you know what? I think what they most tried to do was like see what the incendiaries, Molotovs, whatever they had could do for them. And then if those didn't work out, then they save with 4. Kind of the big idea, and it ends up being just fine. I think like of all the ways to lose, that's definitely the best. So Rain is. Rain wants some attention back. I remember when Rain joined this team, and he was the most quiet star at first. Like the team was kind of built around him in the beginning, but he was like the star of LGB, which is like a minor star. Sure. But then he becomes the best player on a team with Nico, Guardian, Olaf, and it's like, what?
The last remaining original member.
Right, yes.
Rain's been here since the start.
He's the Breezy of Europe.
Yeah, the stellar pillar. Let's go into the next one. Like you said, the best way to lose a round is to do it with taking everybody out from Nip, but Cold fully blind. You can't even stop him. He will miss the second shot, but using the smoke to create a little bit of space as he calls for reinforcements. Unfortunately, the rotation's still so far away, and yet what? He's alive. Fire engulfs the site, and there it is, Lekro able to dismantle the defense, take that slight edge to the 4v3 we go.
Yeah, some decent grenades. Forest, key player. This is it, really.
It's going to take an adjustment. He's waiting for the tunnel's peak.
Yeah, and Olaf doesn't seem to know that he's here too, but he might get cleared. It's a very aggressive angle. CTs don't seem like they want to try to retake this. Olaf already seems to be prepared to just get exit. So it seems like Lekro has just won them the round. That was a great amount of time delayed by coldzera. You love how he played that. And look at the smoke zone. Sometimes now on the B site, it doesn't make sense to smoke the tunnel because teams have executes through the tunnels. Instead, he uses the smoke defensively on the back of the site, creates a new wall that they now have to figure out a new way to try to approach. And if a Molotov comes that way, you can stand near the smoke and be free from it. You can also go over top of it and scares them from getting closer. So that's something that we'll see that's like very common on the B side of Dust 2 specifically. It was also really sick that coldzera obviously just gets a kill with the op blind. And doesn't seem to be worried the entire time. But another really important round here from Lekro.
Wild to me, of course, that Lekro gets into that mix.
Yeah.
Look for sure that once coldzera had help, they'd be able to just cull back those T's.
Definitely Rain just needed like one more second. Lekro needed to be blind, but yeah, we've seen him do that. He's really good. He's really good with a lot of chaos going on. Force stack towards long, full buyout for the CTs. Presence now into the tunnels for NINJAS. They sit and wait. Rez is going to just sit here and collect information and correspond with his teammates. Counting grenades, of course.
Just for the record, too, Nip have now gotten as many rounds as they did in the entire map that these teams first faced off on. So improvements, Launders. Plenty of room for improvements.
Here, right?
Which means maybe, just maybe, we get a treat, a delicacy, like we did on Nuke.
Some snails.
No, ew, no, wait. Creek spam. Smoke meant to pump fake. Still so much utility across this. Molotovs start to rain in. Broky's gonna feel this heat. He's burning down to 29, and Plopsky holds him on as Coldzera's in the corner, and nobody else has faced him. And these other two Ts are so low that Cold, what do you know, could very well hold. Forrest still able to best him, and Rain on 11 health is afraid to go for this peak, so he waits.
Chill.
He waits.
Cold is far back though. Man, they're giving up on these retakes. They're becoming slightly more and more winnable each time. Ninjas are, though, picking a good side of the map to attack. They gave up on Cat after it started failing. Now they've moved their attention over to B. That's starting to work out a little bit more well. And the way you're characterizing this in the play-by-play, Connor, is that it looks like Cold is probably going to hold, that they're actually going to have a solid B defense. Ninja are still scraping together these kills. They're coming away with low HP, but that's enough. And they know that FaZe are going to save quite often. And that's just, why not? Keep doing it if it works.
Just scraping by, that's all they've done. But if they can continue to scrape by for another 10 rounds, next thing you know, it's on the defense. We reset at point 1.
Yeah, it's definitely a tight race, and as you mentioned, they were already shooting above. So, but as I talked about, like it was their CT side that had the most visible, most palpable problems, the most seriously flawed setups that we've seen. But again, those are also band-aid solutions that they can use to save them.
Yep.
Just make sure you have long control at all times, or make sure you have cat control. Like very simple stuff. So, see if that comes into play. Timeout is called here for NIP as they go to talk things over. I would wonder though, yeah, if I was looking at those rounds, I'd be like, whoa, man, these were close calls that we had in the B. Do we want to try that again? I would try to maybe lean towards it. They did have one round that got absolutely destroyed where they went to go for a mid to B. Lecro came out mid, everybody else went through tunnels. So, I don't know.
It's wild to think these last 3 rounds, we go back, you've got 4 survivors, 7 survivors, 5 survivors. These rounds really boiling down to
nobody wants to retake. Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
No one wants to retake B.
Everybody's thinking of tomorrow's battle.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
The 15-round war.
There's even a 4-man save on the A side where they did tons of damage, but they don't even attempt the 4v5 retake. So I think it's up to Ninjas. You know, they can set the tone. How do they want to attack? How do they want to approach? We'll find out now. Standard default. There's not been a lot of aggressive cat presence from FaZe. It's not exactly been called for because things have been going so well apart from B so far on the map. But at a certain point they'll notice, you know, they're going back to these more standard defaults of cat control for a minute.
Yeah, I feel like things are starting to normalize now. We're 10 rounds in.
That's a duel. Oh, right in the dome, Rain.
Splattered on the back of mid. Now all of a sudden, the extremities of the map, although they do belong to FaZe, it's the mid that's all open. And also that catwalk hit. Nico's gonna look to bring this one back into control, taking the fight on his own terms. Still has the ability to drop down if he gets this first shot off, but you just can't help but feel like he needs a kill with it. If he doesn't take down that front man, the op's gonna be on cycle. With those smokes being thrown, he's gonna play around, hits the first, and he goes for the flash, but Lecro's so blind he can't punish. Now Nico throws a second flashbang, turns his back to the gunfights, and he's in position, hoping to drop another body. Olaf, in the meanwhile, he's gone on long, so now Nico knows his life has a timer on it. He's gonna go and try and make the play, but punished he is. 2 versus 4 retake attempt, perhaps. But with the amount of saves we've seen called, why wouldn't Coldzera take this op back and just move on to the 11th round?
Yeah, definitely. This is already a new nip, man. They look way better. Yeah, this is really cool. So there, you know, they've approached the last 3 rounds with that standard cat presence, but then the 2 before they go into B. This time they end up committing to cat, and it's after a few rounds where they haven't gone cat at all. But in the previous rounds, they just did it a little bit earlier. And Nico plays that well. Again, we're seeing that position where you're coming around elbow, and you're responsible for doing some damage before the A site exec comes out. Nico tries to go very aggressive, and I love how he actually doesn't jump in a CT spawn. He realizes he's much more useful if he doesn't, and that he could just get chased down if he tries. So he takes the riskier approach almost to get back to the site off of a good flash. And
talking about risk, I love the fact that he doesn't even look behind him.
Yeah.
He just sprints to safety as fast as he could. bouncing the flashbang off. And you know Lekro gave chase that entire time, but he was eating the same flashes that were just popping off above the head of Nico.
Yeah, they both recognized the imminence, like what needed to happen right there and then.
But Ninjas have broken them.
Pistols. We've got Deagles.
I do feel like NIP have to keep this rolling though, because I don't think the job gets any easier once they swap sides.
Yeah, for sure.
Last 5 rounds of Ninja's T side. Let's go. Finally, they've gotten a huge gun advantage here. Can they flex it with minimal losses? That's the biggest question.
Second round of this game was lost to a Nico.
Does history repeat itself? Close fight on mid doors. FaZe not wanting to commit too much. They'll lose a spam fight versus AKs.
Olaf's got a lot of sweets coming his way. Sure, he'll feel right at home, but no, he actually ends up just getting decimated. So it's a congregation of the CTs on top of the A site. You know what's coming their way. Let's see if they can do anything with it. These sluggers.
They're gonna push Cat. If they can get that AK, then maybe add it to the arsenal.
Oh,
all of a sudden, the A hit seems a little bit more risky.
See the T's dispersing immediately.
Yep. But also, bomb continues on. FaZe Clan. Oh! Through smoke, Brokey, no! Drops the bomb. That's a slight edge, 4v3, and Rez will get one right back through smoke. Sweet, sweet revenge. Rain can't hit it yet, but Nico will. Oh, Nico will pop heads on both sides of the coin. Can Brokey pull off a miracle here? Trying his best, but no, sir. NIP will establish themselves a lead. Wild,
that was
wild
the most
rounds.
confusing kill feed of all time, right?
I didn't know what I was reading.
I thought Nico killed 3 people and himself. But yeah, that's what it looked like to me. But yeah, okay, they get what they can. I'm glad NIP won that round because it felt like they should have, and they got like kind of unlucky with the Deagle spam through the smoke. But Rain hit a nice 1 Deagle. And Nico tapping away. Yeah.
It's kind of on Rain.
A little bit, yeah. It's like, what can you do? I mean, it's just, they're trying to cross the same. They've got the same idea, right? Great minds think alike, I suppose. Or look extremely stupid by accident. Things happen. 2 ops here, Nico and Cold Zera, full utility kits. Rain's got 120 ADR still, after even though they've lost like pretty drastically those last few rounds.
Normally we looked at Nico on this map in particular.
Yeah,
it's kind of their Dust 2 specialist.
We saw a couple of rounds that he hit shots. We're like, all right, yeah, he's definitely got a magnet on the end of his op. Looks sick for sure. Love the consistent pace that NIP keep rolling out at, just going and clearing all of the usual angles, doing everything on Dust 2 that's free, making sure no tunnels push comes out, conditioning their opponent, keeping them honest. Making this as most frustrating as possible for a FaZe clan. We saw Brocky early on tried to peek into upper tunnels, but we've seen that NIP have been very adamant about holding on to it, not letting them feel comfortable about taking that risk, taking any initiative, and that can be debilitating for a B player. It's boring enough as it is being a B player on Dust 2, but now somebody is like sitting there waiting for you to push once every 5 rounds, every single round.
Yeah, that one lapse of judgment. A shake in your patience. You're dead in tons. We hit the minute mark with still 5 players on each side. Double op a big investment. The smoke grenades with those 2 extra mollies could be enough to burn off the clock.
Do you have a hiccup there?
Yeah, I did, thanks.
Any chance I get to call you out, why not? Okay.
Keep me on my toes.
Yes.
So will Rain. He pushes through that smoke. They've evacuated the catwalk and he knows it, so it definitely justifies the 2 CTs in spawn. And if they boost over this box, that'd be great, but the molly forces the feet of Rain forward. Twist would have heard that damage. Cold Zera still on the back of Flat. Now Lekro's already inside of the bomb site. Rez is doing TKs.
We're setting a TK record, but what's most important, like, don't get distracted. This is another sick round from NIP.
Yeah.
That's a ridiculous beat take. Every single person was blind, and you know it's chaos, and you know that it's a really good take when you don't even understand what's going on.
You subtract that Team K, this is a flawless round.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The guy, the supporting man, Brocky, he's always getting caught out in the open. Now flashed and blind, where Cold Zera can stay alive because he knows how to do that, but he's only offered up like a chance to get 1 kill, sometimes not even getting that now. And man, NIP are asserting their dominance on both sides now.
I think the round-defining piece of utility is the Molotov that hits in CT spawn. They were going for that boost to try and hold back the B ramp, completely lost it.
Yeah, shut down. True, yeah. And that's when you have somebody that's sitting on the right side, well, from the CT's perspective on the left side of doors, and they're going to be boosted up. They can't cross, it's not safe. You have to like be able to throw a nade. And so when they make that decision, that's when it gets really ugly. 3 seconds out of timeout, or out of pause, excuse me. Rounds left in the half. Ninjas going back to B fully, waiting out this Molotov, potentially hitting this with 4.
Cold. This time, he's got the shots. This time, he's got the kills. Twist answers, but Brokey's there to trade. Finally, a convincing outcome coming from FaZe. A hold they can be proud of, not just haphazardly getting through these rounds.
Yeah, you do lend overconfidence when you do that. You lose a round like that,
yeah.
You know, you make him feel better. And then sometimes we see the rushes happen later on in the half where it doesn't matter as much. And they have tried so many looks now that, yeah, you'd expect some kind of fast play to occur. Ninjas have not tried a fast B like that, so, you know, it's kind of bound to happen at some point.
You see it in Cold's reaction, too.
Yeah.
You know?
He's supporting Brock, he's like making him feel good, right?
Yeah.
Support. He's got to feel like he's not letting his team down. He's young.
There we have it. Quick boost up Cat. FaZe gonna take an opening kill. Again, if they can keep this first half within 1, I think they swap to the T side with a smile on their face.
Sure, I agree with that.
So let's get there. The 14th already with a man advantage. Bong being added to what could be this A split, but do FaZe come back for second servings? They already went for that boost, toppled the player in lower tunnels,
yeah,
and then started to fall back, but Rain gets curious.
Oh, he knows, yeah. I mean, this is the only thing they have to worry about on A, right? They've lost long control, they're giving that up. They have 2 ops. The thing is, Olaf doesn't have one. Nico's up on Cat. They're not really looking all the way down here, so they run a risk. A lot of this comes down to Rain. He's kind of a good pain point for FaZe to have, though, because he's been so fantastic at getting these kills.
As long as Twist doesn't get an equalizing kill before they push, they should be able to hold, but Lekro looks away from the smoke at the worst possible moment. Now Nico's gonna be the insurance policy tucked behind the box. Olaf decides to make the play, sees the scope in the background, goes for the multi-kill, but Resin Plopsky still with enough to make a round here, 1 versus 2. But so little health, 4 HP, and Plopsky doesn't know there's a man just beneath him. Brokey could go for the jump shot if he's really feeling lucky.
Oh, the fake plant costs him now.
They know Coldzera's down there. He has a read on this situation. Brokey's gonna play from ramp. If he plants safe, he's gonna be all right. And all of a sudden the retake's on. Brokey with the high ropes, hops down onto Bomb and equalizes at 7.
Yeah, that was a, yeah, you give it your best shot. They tries to get the 1v2, doesn't work out so well. A nice round from everyone on FaZe, like just holding on to cat control, like being good about it, and supporting Rain with their utility to help him get his kill. I mean, the smoke, he ends up winning the duel by himself, but they have to leave him alone at some point because they've got this problem of long, and they know it's going to be majority long. They just want to try to create a rumble on cat. That's NIP. But when they can't get that off, it just makes it so much easier to hold, and that's why we saw FaZe come out ahead in trade. So now we'll see who will take a numerical lead in this game to close out the half.
Yeah, I respect Nip using that third pause here. It's only going to leave them with 1 for the entirety of the second half and any potential overtimes. But when you take into mind that earlier today, FaZe run away with a 13-2 T side,
yeah,
Nip knows that every round here is so important.
Yeah, it's already going to be daunting knowing
so let's
to go into that.
sweat for an 8th. Someone's going to have a lead as we run into the halftime. There's no more waiting around. Double op still a key component to FaZe on the defense. No opening picks on a clash with Long.
All options covered. Ooh, Op getting close to tunnel. This is a new look for FaZe to get aggressive on this side, and it's a great way to win a duel versus almost anybody. And it depends how far coldzera goes, but you know, it's really hard to stop once you pass a certain point with this Op. It's not easy to trade this kill either.
Not at all. Especially once these flashes could call attention towards mid. If there's any support from Rain and CT, it's going to be Brokey on B door, and that leaves Cold even more on his own. But still we wait. Final minute of the first 15. And IP start to get this rolling. They've got that cat control for them. So much utility still. But it looks like we may put that second op in an aggressive spot. We still have coldzera on the tunnels, and Nico's curious towards cat.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, you see the discipline, you know Lekro's thinking about it.
Yep, dancing with death.
Oh, he comes for it.
He extends just as Lekro wanted to go back for bomb, and if that tells you anything, it's that this B hit's coming because there's 20 seconds left. Olaf activates out long. It's all in on this push. Already at a 3 versus 5 disadvantage. Cold starting to tag up damage. Now Brokey clears plat, and Twist cannot do anything more. FaZe getting it back at least the slight edge. 5-1 the start, and 8-7 the end. Folks, we'll see you back for the second half.
I have no idea. It's such a weird thing because I didn't imagine I get to do this, and then suddenly when I started doing it full time, it was all quite sudden. I'm almost in the moment at the moment. I'm not even thinking about the future. I keep emphasizing I'm a nice person, which might mean I'm not.
Everyone, I'm stood here with Twister, the coach from Ents, and I've got Little from FaZe. And what I've just discovered is these two used to play together in 1.6. Do you think you can beat these guys today?
Cool.
Oh, well, there you have it. It's going to be a fiery one, so let's head in back to the desk. Thank you so much for making my job so easy. Thank you. Good luck, guys. Thank you.
No.
We'll head it back to the desk. I said send, it's fine.
Sometimes it will be, I've had a week to prepare and I've got my notes. Sometimes I actually need to refresh. So I'm always looking at interviews and just trying to find out what the players have been saying, because sometimes that's quite useful to kind of call back to when I'm doing interviews. Standings, I'll look at their map pools and things like that. So it's general prep, and also catching up with the talent when they land, because one of the best things about Blast is the talent you get to work with are just so much fun, and it's always such a pleasure to see them. So, for example, like, I'm always looking forward to seeing Potter.
I'm really bad at this.
Blonders could be. A half that, if we just go back a few hours, was a total blowout to the favor of FaZe. So I think that at this point, being 1 round ahead of NIP and starting this T side, they're licking their chops.
Yeah, they've got some food left in there and they're all over it.
Save lunch for later.
That's right.
But quick little 20 seconds to really let the severity of the situation sink in.
Bolt might be taking someone for a mustache ride this November. You know what I mean?
Hey man, he's looking good in terms of the server, like pumping up everybody. I loved how vocal he was.
Only the server? He's only looking good in the server? Not out of the server, he's not looking good?
Not my type, man.
Okay, whatever.
I like him brown.
I couldn't tell, man. I couldn't tell.
So it's it's nice to see him vocal. It seems like he does have a place kind of at the helm alongside Nico.
Yeah, that's huge. It's weird that it didn't seem like that was such that was so impactful up until this point.
Right.
But
yeah, this is a good example for
maybe
it.
At some point they just figure it out. Synergy sometimes comes with time, and no better time than now to just keep exploring new options, especially when things aren't going so well. So good to see FaZe, a very expensive lineup, doing well. All right, folks, here we are into the second half. Wapke is not wasting time. Neither is Forrest from behind.
All right, Nip. Okay, try and take it to him.
Oh.
Don't sit back and relax, but rather get the ball rolling. However, that ball turns into a boulder. Oh, okay. And they almost lose control of mid, but that kill from Rez takes the advantage back. However, all this time, Rain just sprints up long A. Hello! No, goodbye. Rez will die, but way too close for liking. Now at this point, Bomb's gonna double all the way back towards B. The layers, Launders, the layers in this pistol. And if Rain can just pick up kills, then it's all over. But Twist equalizes, and this is such a crucial 1v1.
It's frags, dude. All ridiculous shots happening.
A big pistol. Bomb pointed to B. Twist has the audio instantly, and he's also playing on the kit. Olaf doesn't have armor. Flashbang thrown to try and get him deep tons.
Oh, wow.
Twist sees the foot, almost hits the head. Could tap Bomb, and he does have cover. Olaf's gonna have to rush this, and it's an execution! Twist clambering back into the 1 versus 2, taking Ninjas to the equal 8 score, and more importantly, giving them that economic boost at the start of what could be a really hard half.
What's that worth if you lose the next round, though, Connor?
That's a very valid point.
Yeah, FaZe have been really good at stealing back these second rounds.
They're real nasty.
And the thing is, it hurts so bad to lose the second round that oftentimes you see that become a streak. You know, it's just something that you're so mentally not prepared for when it happens because you're favored moving into the round starting. And yeah, so I mean, listen, just hope that NIP play it properly and carefully and keep all their ducks in a row and are meticulous. But we did see some problems on the CT side. We'll see if they fixed them. Or on that one last time. It's a decent buy though for FaZe Clan. Very decent. Three creeks. This was something that Ninjas could not afford. In the first half when they got ecoed back.
I'm not even gonna sleep on these Deagles either.
Yeah, true.
Olaf and Cold. Wielding the hand cannons. Utility bountiful here for the T side. Still, it's cost them nothing even to encroach their way down mid. Closer and closer they'll go.
Really congealed into their spots, lining the walls of middle. B could be an understandable temptation with Twist and CT spawn, but he's got some vision as well. Into the tunnel is Plofsky between 2 smokes.
Can't see anything, but he still shaves off some health thanks to the nade. CT spawn soon to be clear, but Twist starts making noise as he sprints up towards the B site. This could give Olaf a huge chance at the backstab, but what's going to be left by the time that happens? The push on B has to hit. 15 seconds. And Coldzera has a bit of a chance until Forrest doubles back through window. And there you go. The force buy to the wayside. NIP 9-8.
That got scary for a couple of reasons. Number one, 2 of NIP's players were at long, so if they don't push through, they've got a hell of a long rotation back to B. Number 2, Olaf getting out to mid in between the smoke and then flanking. That's huge. So it really comes down to the B site hold. Sure. They deliver on that front. That's enormous. But in terms of like how much map control FaZe had, it was way too much. That really got scary there for NIP. They were lacking for sure, and they almost got caught slipping. But they come away with the round. The most important thing for sure. They're on now FaZe are on a proper save. They haven't spent very much at all. They're still kind of making their way quickly down mid.
I mean, you don't have much to work with, but you'd hate to lose that Deagle in the first 5 seconds. Rain's gonna try for second servings.
Oh man, spot the cross.
I feel like NIP are really respecting these rounds.
Yeah, and
as they should be.
Cat is just Cat's pajamas these days. They've got a bunch of players waiting to go and take this. That could be a really well placed nade. It does do sufficient damage. Oh, we've got the cheerleader formation coming out. Run boosts to occur.
Give me an N.
Oh my god.
Olaf even catches Electro by surprise. Still, as expected, it doesn't go too well. MP9 jump shot, gives himself the bomb. a golden gift here in the 18th round. Nip the first to double digits.
Nice, nice. Yes, Dust 2, the most unlikely map of the three. Ninjas in the lead, that's huge. We'll see. If it counts for anything, we move into what'll be, one of the most important rounds, just a very telling round here in the second half. First real rifle. SG's out. Ninjas have only converted one. Off to spot the cross. No legs, no opponents. Guys in the smoke forest. Looking to play anti-flash as he normally would. Second flash comes out, which sometimes denotes a peek. This time, that won't be the case. They play it safe.
But they are still very close doors. Reload will most certainly be heard. Twist playing on a narrow angle. Falls back.
Yeah. Sucks to lose it, but they had him on flex. He wasn't dedicated to holding on Cat. They still have res. It's going to be the first and most important enemy for FaZe, depending. Oh, Twist ends up getting killed. Top the sight box, potentially, just trying to crease his way out. Plopsky's going to replace him. That might be a heads-up play. Yeah.
Either a smoke spray or some sort of boost on the other side. But with the position of that corpse, I don't know.
Yeah, it could have been. That smoke was down well.
Maybe just unlucky. Regardless, FaZe Clan, they're going to try to put two hands on this and drag it over the line. Looking to get this tied as soon as possible. 35 seconds. And a lot of pressure falls onto Rez. And this was one of the most questionable spots of the map earlier today. Was Rez trying to solo hold long. Continuously coming up empty-handed. Now he's to be tested at the 20-second mark. And if he can cut off that bomb, it is looking good. He's caught throwing utility, does a bit of early damage. Nico starts to clear the site while this gunfight unfolds, and the spray's not good enough, but the sprint is on. 100-meter dash. They have to cross. Forrest dealing the damage. Can't manage the headshot, but there's no time. And Nip will nab an 11th because Lekro hides, and that's all he has to do.
We know that's happened before. We've seen that happen before to FaZe. They take a little bit too long. Dust 2 is one of the maps that you just can't, you can't ever justify it. It's a map that's too simple to be like, okay, you can just run out of time and not be able to get a bomb down. So that's a huge point against FaZe. It's clearly a matter of the circumstances more so than the map because we know how good they are on the map. Now, for Ninjas, they were fine. I like Plops. Plopsky gets an extra kill there. He goes to replace Twist, who dies, maybe in an unfortunate way. I think you were correct. It was probably that spam from Rain because he tried it again.
Yeah,
maybe came away with that kill, yeah. And Rez does a bit better. Lots of extra damage this round, but him just delaying is enough. But can they find him now?
Oh, what? Rain, he's got to be traded. Now, Lekro with a double. Cold comes out and still keeps that 3v3. But that could have been Rez with an easy 2K because the first T doesn't check him. That's one of those situations where I feel like Nip could have been way better off. But at the same time, FaZe could have also just cleared it. One of those even round nows that really relied on a thread.
Yeah. Ooh, no A defense. They make a good read. I mean, they have a lot of information.
Force is going to activate. I would love if he gave chase here. Oh, Brokey's going to watch it. A big duel that Brokey takes so much damage in, but still happens to hit the head. Now they question themselves, do we redirect? We've already got bomb on long.
You know they like to rock it back.
There's only a single smoke for them to try and get this across as well.
But they shouldn't. They should just keep going.
Just keep going. Unless Plopsky can find timing, because they did just delay. That bomb could have already been on the cusp of the cross.
Oh, Brookie's got a better gun for his spot to defend. Caddy's falling back and he gets the fadeaway.
Grenade?
That's defining moment. It's back. It's actually now a 1v2 Twist.
And he's going to reposition, certainly up Cat. Can he bring this back?
Oh, up on the line.
A 1 versus 3, as you said, up on the line. That's a tantalizing save, but he's going to swap over to the AUG, switches to the AWP. He doesn't know what he wants to do, but he'll play off that first flash. Hope to bag another body. Hasn't yet. They hide.
They would never. They would never. He's got to try to earn a peek.
Yep.
Makes the fall.
He has no other way to flush them out. No drop utility, no Molotov, nothing. A great placed grenade but just not enough to keep FaZe off round 9. Still, they'll cut down that difference to just 2 rounds.
Yeah, they inch closer. They inch closer. Bomb will go off, and FaZe win a very important round, I think, for their mentality. That was a much better affair. Yeah, so, I mean, what do they still have so much left in the playbook to try. Nice round from Brocky, winning his duel versus Forest first, and then switching out to the op, and then making sure that Cat is defended. I mean, either of those kills go down for Nib, and it's such a different round. So, once again, just having this, like, very, very noticeable impact. Even if it's only in 2 kills at a time. Oh my god. Off of timing, Plopsky just resents the fact that his teammates convinced him to play B. Just resents it.
The life of a B player. And on the tip of my tongue I had, if Olaf starts activating here, if he starts hitting shots, if he can come into this and play alongside the other 4 members of FaZe, then I can't help but feel like they've got it. He trails behind them, but opens up in a very crucial round, because if they were to get hard reset by this kind of half-buy, ugh. Still, Deagle, CZ, MP9, that's all that's in play for the Ninjas, and Rez is on the forefront. So close, he can smell them. Now they start to round the corners. He's obviously the first to fall. Lekro in such a tough spot. Fire at his feet, smoke does plume, and that flashbang's good enough to at least drop 1 body, but it's a 4 versus 2, and now Twist comes into this. That op, that crucial op of his, can't really justify going for the retake here. They've got to let it slide.
Yeah, they're going to give this one up. That's a round earned from FaZe. A decent setup there to deny on Cat. One of their last remaining players ends up getting killed too, and it's just Twist to hold on to this up. Very important piece of weaponry to just try to take into this next round. FaZe touch on double digits now, 1 away from NIP, and definitely probably getting that confidence back. So this will be a very, very interesting up-and-coming round to see where FaZe want to take it. Again, I think they have so many options, and I'm kind of just letting them tell the story, because I feel like they feel like they could do anything to NIP, you know, based on what we've seen. So what do they want to do? You know, do they want to go back to their mid to Bs? Do they want to go back to their Cat plays that were so good? Do they want to try to go long control? Or do they expect that that bad performance from Rez was a flash in the pan? You know, he had a couple of really bad sprays, but Rez, as a player, most of the time is going to be able to get 1-2 kills easily from that spot. So does that involve a change of game? We'll soon see.
Man, I feel like that mid pick, he shot him in the backpack. Almost seemed like Plopsky got across.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of timing. Just went for it. Ends up being correct. There's no correct things to do if you're going to cross, you know, like jumping, running low, running high. They're all just different.
Olaf fires a black hole.
Oh my god. Twist
sucks him back. What a way it would have been to kick off this 22nd round, but very quickly repositioning the AWP successfully.
Yeah, a little dangerous from Cold. He knows that shot just went off, but good on Twist for being swift. He's moving around, being very fluid. That could be an op duel 1. Rez just tries to use himself as a body bag just to earn the repeat.
Nice, that's bomb, but there's already a player out, and Rain recuperates well. Needed. Not only do you take down that AWP, but you deny what would have been a counter-terrorist sitting on your bomb. The rest of Ninjas nowhere near.
Nothing to do. That's a hard-earned plant for sure.
Yeah, but still, they'll be wary. So again, it's going to be one of these moments where FaZe, although they could just sprint to this site and take the round away, are going to be super cautious.
They always seem to be surprised when no one's there.
Yeah.
They're like, no way.
I mean, they are called Ninjas.
That's true.
Nico, though, going to start creating more space between them and the CTs, looking to lock it to the 11-round mark. And now things really get scary.
It does, yeah, it does. And you know what? FaZe haven't done an amazing job of maintaining bank on these ecos. Like they've lost a couple of players so far, and it looks like there's potential they can lose maybe another. No, Rocky will make sure that's not.
Great flash.
Yeah, great job, Ray. Good to see that. We can credit them as well. Yeah. So that's fantastic. 11-11, Connor, make a wish.
What more could I ask for?
Won't come true. But I guess that works out, yeah, if you don't have anything to wish for.
Do you know where we're standing
really
right now?
System,
yeah.
Really game the system.
I win.
All right, so no SGs because they don't have money for it. They've got enough nades to call this like a very respectable buy. They have the op in play. They know Twist has been really smart, really good with it. Now the only thing left to do is prove they can make all these things work versus FaZe.
And they've got Ninjas limping into this bye.
This is a huge risk in my opinion. The 4 tunnels play, we can see how badly this goes sometimes.
Oh, but if they time it well,
We'll see.
or if they just get these clean cookie cutter entries, it's gonna either look fantastic or atrocious, but here it comes regardless. Plopsky has the turn, and Plopsky burns away 3. That M4 just cuts down bodies and puts Nip in such a great position, although he does leave Forrest on his own. And if Olaf hits this, the round's back in action, because Nico cuts off CT spawn, although Twist will swing it in. 16 health in a 1 versus 3, and he would need the ace to clutch.
Man, sick awareness from Twist. Just doesn't see a name tag, and I think is aware of where Nico might be. I mean, Olaf winning this, is that a thing? Is that something we can consider?
Oh, the smoke phase. He sees one. He drops one. How about another? Nope. Lekro shuts down the show. All your hopes and dreams are crushed. It's Nip back in the lead.
In the 1v1, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
And he almost made it a 1v1.
Especially seeing what Olaf's offered us throughout this entire event, I was not about to count him out.
Yeah. No, 50% of the time he wins that every time. Guaranteed.
A timeout.
I don't like the call from FaZe. Yeah, I feel like they had so much to lose because if you're at like a economic deficit, you don't have full grenades, then you rush B, you don't really waste that much utility, but when you entry B, you don't get to use that much utility, especially if you do it early in the round. So to me, it feels like a little bit too early to throw in a Hail Mary strat like that when it was Nip who were low on grenades. You know?
Yeah, you had that advantage, but they didn't flex it.
So it feels like you just drop thousands of dollars of utility for players that get sprayed down just trying to make space. And sometimes that feels like a bit of a waste. But you know, that there is a chance that they did get those trades, and then you know we look crazy obviously. But good positioning from Plopsky, good for Forrest to be in the door. And I know that in the past, like the last time that we saw Ninjas play on Dust 2, they had a problem in B where Plopsky was left alone and Forrest didn't rotate it in fast enough. So maybe FaZe were trying to harp on that.
But kind of happy with the outcome because we find ourselves in an excellent situation. Solid buys on each side, still 1 round the difference, and we're nearly in the last 5 rounds of this map. So let's just keep it going. Keep the party rolling. Molotov smokes down on mid. Oh no, Rain! He's not gonna get blown apart, but how can Plopsky hold on his own? He can't. It's so blinding. And yet still Brokey comes out on top, and they already have the mid control. So the 3 remaining members of NIP, you can't help but feel like they have to go for the save.
Oh my god, that is so tragic. I mean, the way they lose the round, that is so tragic. The smoke.
You run back that exact same situation 10 times, and it's a 50-50 outcome.
I agree. I agree 100%. Yeah, like look at Plopsky. He even just gives up on a spray. That's direct contact with 2 people. If he just held that down, it's good, but he's blind, so he's making a guess. So you can credit that to the flash of the FaZe, or you could say, you know, I mean, maybe he's even lucky to get the first kill. I don't know. It's hard to really kind of synthesize that and figure out where the key moments that could be reproducible. I mean, it's a rush. It's a rush through B, one of the most simple moves in the game. This time they involve that mid presence, and that kill is a factor for sure. I mean, that helps them out quite a bit. But I don't know. It's interesting to me to see them try it again. It ends up being the right call. We're at 12-12, as close as can be. Round 25, potentially 5 rounds left in this whole tournament. Or maybe OT, or maybe map 3. I think everything is still in play in a very real way.
Flash past doors. Look at Bomb go. Brokey wants another one. He wants in on the action. Rain's gonna take the front runner position. There's already so much presence coming out of FaZe here. They could very well just run this up into the B ramp, and who's gonna hold them back? It's Forrest at bat, and he's just instantaneously dropped. Plopsky could turn his attention in 2 ways, but now he's relegated to the MP9, so he slips in amidst them and actually has a chance at a bit more, unless Nico can claw his way from the bottom of doors. Nope, it's Rain. A very real threat in Plopsky has been dealt with. He had to do everything that round.
Wow. Oh my god. Man, they really have some agency knowledge. They've actually hit this site one more time. It's going even better every single time.
And unfortunately, it's the cash that starts to play a factor.
Yeah.
We watched Plopsy go from M4 to FAMAS to MP9. Next round, what's he got?
That's very telling. You know, obviously.
And the last CT may not even hold on to the M4. You know Brokey wants him.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You know, like the guns keep getting worse, but they still end up buying.
Getting harder.
It keeps getting harder. They still end up buying. So, you know, circumstances are only becoming poorer at the B site. Problems only becoming worse. Confidence only dropping. And FaZe are still keeping their foot on Ninja's throat on this part of the map. So difficult for such a talented player. And they aren't letting them rest even after the round is over, making sure to finish off the remaining exiting players as well. And they're cheering only after those kills are coming too. This is huge. FaZe know exactly what they need to do. How do Ninjas respond to that? It's so difficult. I mean, you've got to be able to hold. You can't put more than 3 players on the right side of the map. You know what I mean? You can't have a guy. Boosted in CD spawn, but then if you have a player on the right side of the map, or the right side of mid, and then 2 players in B, and you have 2 on A. The map you're already thinned out so much on the CT side. Lekro trying to go. Huge 90 ADR is a great stat, but he's not playing B. Oh my god.
Insult to injury. The only defender towards that B site just gets peeled off. Oh, that's such a tough pill to swallow.
That's maybe all she wrote. This is,
I mean, at least, if there's anything for Nip, is that frag doesn't deflate you because you knew the odds are this 14th was for FaZe.
Yeah, and his pistols. And you know, those mid kills are going to happen. It's the nature of the game, but they won't happen all the time. And ultimately, if they do, it's not because you made a bad move.
Yeah.
You know,
better now than in the next.
That's true. Definitely. Yeah. If there's some kind of cosmic rhythm to it, and you feel like you've exhausted that luck, then it's better to have happened when you've got pistols crossing mid.
Still FaZe. They're not just going to let that one door pick rush them into a situation that they may regret, so they'll hold, they'll be patient, they'll play this one through.
Yeah, FaZe versus Liquid. FaZe go long every single time on the anti-ecos. Here we have 2 B-site takes on the eco rounds. We also have 4 B-site takes in total. This one counts less, obviously, because it's versus pistols, but still an interesting thing to think. This is something that, you know, you really want to get in the TeamSpeak and figure out exactly what the calls were. What was the thought process behind it? But we can obviously see it's working well. That's it. Oh, your heart always drops. You have pistols, you still expect you can win any round, you know, so it always sucks to find out that they've just avoided you completely. And they knock down all the kills. Rez wants to hold on to this SIG if possible. Brain's trying to beat him for the shootout. Lekro's happy to shoot.
Yeah, come get some.
Yeah. Deagle's not a disadvantage for Lekro.
No, he lives in league. Although, stop jumping. Settle down now, Olaf. That op too valuable to lose. Although they are knocking on victory's door.
Yeah, it's true.
This was a big one.
It seemed like for a moment there, NIP were just going to take this half, just finish it off. 6 of the last 7 go to FaZe as we move into round 27.
It's so comparable to what we had in the first half. The CTs had that early success and then the terrorists break through. Although remember, FaZe did close with 3 rounds in a row, so Ninjas could do the same. This is when the pressure sinks in. The reality is, one more round gives FaZe their 15th. A little bit of damage on the cross, but at least no death dished out.
Recognize the value that they've gotten out of that, just kind of how much presence they put at the mid doors early on. Yes, it's been partially luck, but there they try to decrease the variance by increasing the amount of people giving it attention. Now to mid once again. Eyes here just to control it. CTs don't want anything to do with this. Almost fully backed off. Lekro's not boosted in any sense. He's sitting with an emphasis towards A. He's been the standout player on NIP so far. But he's also been slightly hamstrung. They've been doing a good job of staying out of his crosshairs.
weight of this round is so obvious in what these teams are willing to show.
The long corner smoke. That's a delayed take two, trying to bait utility. And Rez is out in the open. He will get hard cleared in this position, and he doesn't have a teammate to help him out. Twist has his own job to do, and Lekro is still worried about the thought of a fake. This is a great call by FaZe.
The situation's unfolded so many times before, and normally it's FaZe to come out on top. So they'll try to rock him once again. Rain turns back, sees Lekro, and there's the first, but Rez is able to hold on at least for the first frag. Twist turns his attention too, but Rain has slipped through, and a second kill is his. Now Rez is worried about the site, but there's still one more tucked in long. That's Brokey.
He doesn't even have to fight this. I mean, they have the retake from long. If Brocky shut down a rotate that was coming that way, that's great. If he doesn't, he knows they're going cat or CT spawn.
And Olaf feels so pinned into this position. He's just crouching. He's just cowering, and now he's been cleared. Brokey's activated from long. Delayed peek, but it works. Swapping to the off. Forest, and Nico gets it done! FaZe to 15!
What a shot when they needed it the most. That was ridiculous. Great round, great patience from Brokey. What a standout player so far. That's really sick. I mean, that's for match point. They have locked this down. That was not, that was like, you know, who knew who was gonna read that retake? That's another kind of really up in the air round. I'm actually shocked that FaZe put it together so cleanly at the end. Even when they picked off Olaf, you thought, okay, they're gonna make too much presence, and there's a nade to land at the feet of Nico. He doesn't even get an op shot off. And of course, we can't write off Nip just yet.
No, sir, they still have a good enough buy. They could make this happen. They know they're off the back foot, but Rez tucks himself behind the doors.
Trying to bait him into pushing. But he's a smart fish today.
So he'll wait. Bomb still lingers on towards spawn. coldzera holds in anticipation. Twist will do the exact same thing towards mid. What they are currently doing is corralling FaZe up cat. They're giving them that and hoping they take it back.
No one dares to push B. 2-on-2. Lekro is the one on A this time. This be it.
A lot of pressure on Lekro. He's going to be holding that ramp. He is going to need crisp, pristine M4 headshots. Tries to spam a bit, and this is going to give his position away. They know he's at. Volley up and over, cannot put it out, and now he's going to be caught on the reload. They could close this distance, but Twist somehow inside of the smoke gets one, and Lekro adds another to the tally. A 5 pierces 2. NINJAS not done yet. Cold, wide swings. He's got all the utility in the world, but what he lacks is teammates, although it's Nico that he has still by his side. And now Twist revealing himself, still 8 seconds, bombs on site. Bombs now planted, and it's 2v2, 2v1. FaZe ready to win this. Plopsky's coming up from catwalk. He sees the first, but now he sees nothing, and it's just defeat. FaZe 16-12. The only team to win 2 blasts all year long. They show up with Brokey, years of experience across this roster, and another blast trophy to raise. This win is theirs. Copenhagen, on your feet.
Winners, FaZe Camp. When you're ready, fellas, when you're all there with your medals on, we're going to ask you to make your way towards the trophy. They have fought valiantly all weekend long, and they are our Blast Copenhagen champions. Gentlemen, when you are ready, please towards the trophy. Copenhagen, give it up, your Blast Pro Series Copenhagen champions. It's FaZe Clan! Along here, fellas. Let's have a quick chat to you as well. Copenhagen, give it up for FaZe Clan! Oh my, oh my, oh my. Congratulations, gentlemen. You're beaming. Of course you are. You are the champions of Copenhagen. Janko, what an incredible, incredible weekend it's been. From a coach's perspective, how proud are you of the team? What went so right this weekend?
Oh, I'm incredibly proud of the guys. You know, we faced some adversity recently against some of the other teams online. We struggled and it's been kind of hard, but I think I'm proud of the guys because no matter what, they've stuck through it. They've grinded out some games. In the games that we started off good, they were dominant until the end. They didn't give up, and it's just a sign of things going the right way. Still a lot of work ahead of us. Today we can, you know, enjoy this win and celebrate, but from tomorrow it's going to be straight back to work and find a way to keep it up.
Talk to us about the very first map in that final, Nuke. You're 15-8 down. Everything's against you. What do you do as a team to turn it around and take it to overtime like you did?
I think it was very similar actually to our Navi game. We started off 5-0 down on the CT side, and in that game we managed to compose ourselves, stayed calm throughout the game, made some good calls, played together, and we just said in a timeout, guys, we've already been through this, okay? Let's not give up, let's just grind. Cold made a great call on 15-13, a very important round, which got us in the end into overtime, and after that we just managed to edge NIP out barely. We had the momentum on our side, and yeah, the guys just did an amazing job.
You must have felt incredible as well going into that second map as well. You actually played NIP and won 16-3 earlier in the day on the same map. That must give you so much confidence as a team going into that after what happened in Nuke as well.
Absolutely. We didn't expect to repeat the scoreline, but we felt that after such a big win, there's no reason we don't go for the map again. And what can I say? The guys just did great. We started off 5-1. They started coming back, but we didn't rush anything. We kept fighting for every round, saved a lot, and those 3 rounds we won at the end of the half really meant a lot when you look at how the second half was going.
Before I let you go, how incredible has it been competing in front of this amazing audience at the Royal Arena here in Copenhagen, Denmark?
I mean, it is absolutely amazing. First year I was here as an analyst, and it was already lights out back then. I know it's unfortunate for the fans that the last 2 years, you know, Astralis couldn't really make it to the final. They're the home favorite, but you can tell even last year, this year, crowd stays. They enjoy good Counter-Strike, good moments, and I'm happy that they did here, and I hope that we gave them a good show at least.
Absolutely. They have played absolutely incredibly all weekend long. Please give it up for your Blast Pro Series Copenhagen champions. It's FaZe Clan!
FaZe Clan, it has been a turbulent year. Bringing Coldzera into the roster, seen as one of the world's greatest, a high price on his name and dividends paid in Copenhagen. Lifting the trophy with names as Astralis, Liquid, NIP, Na'Vi and Cloud9 all in attendance. They are the best of the bunch, and a momentum picked up for a team that many consider to be driven by that very momentum. An incredible result considering as well our analysts who are joining me, both Sponge and Pim, have talked a lot and a great deal over many desks, many countries. How many times have you set the scene for FaZe Clan only to be left disappointed and saying they could have but they didn't?
Yeah, it's been some time since we've seen a FaZe looking confident, right? Especially if you look back at the 2019. It feels like this year as a whole, not only for FaZe Clan, but has been a year of rebirth, new identities, a new direction for all these squads. And now that you're seeing names like Coldzera come over to a European dominant roster, you're seeing a kid from Latvia like Broky playing with some of the greatest Counter-Strike players to ever touch the game. You've got the Olaf Meisters, you got the Nikos in there. To see this FaZe Clan roster have a 16-2 game to then carry them on with confidence throughout the rest of this tournament, it's good to see. It's what we want to see. Obviously, we have a soft spot for Yanko up here on the desk.
Let me let you in, sir. Hang on a second.
Occasionally a little bit biased. How you doing, mate? Congratulations.
And Coldzera joining us at the desk. Get him online. Our grand final MVP presented by Omen. Can you believe it, bro? Hang on a second. We've got something for you. Great performance from throughout the tournament, but that last, I mean, he's just said there was a call you made, 15-13. Could you tell us what that was? I'm just going to make sure we can hear you.
Oh, sure. So the game was kind of hard.
Yeah.
They play really good. We are kind of a little bit lost in the rotations. And Yanko made a good call for us on CT. For Nico or Olaf played towards Secret because they were exploiting a lot.
Yeah.
So we tried to deny them there. And it works a lot for us. Like we have a small comeback on CT. But on this side was kind of hard. We didn't work on the beginning as a team. We were trying to more individual picks and play a little bit fast, but it doesn't work. But after that, we made great calls. Nico made a great call to explore outside. In 15-13, I paused the game and I made a call and it works perfect and make us come back to the overtime.
I love that, man.
That's good.
And the fact that you're calling, could you give us some insight into what's happening there? So it's like Nico, Cold sprinkling in, or are we talking like 50-50?
So
what's the message?
All the time is Nico is calling the full time. I give inputs, especially on the cities, on the city side, but on the T side as well. When we don't know what to do, I always have something in my mind, and we try, and that's good. It's a good mix.
That's a nice flexibility. Any questions from our panel, by the way? We have an MVP in our midst.
Well, for you, so obviously you've made a massive shift in your career, right? This is quite the change. In terms of reigniting the Coldzera that we all know and love and remember, do you think that you can bring that back? You can bring that back to full force?
I'm trying to do that. The 3 months I've been on the bench, I was watching a lot of Counter-Strike, especially watching demos more to improve my game, and especially try to play more aggressive in some parts of the map. And it's working pretty well. I think my individual parts is getting good, it's getting better. I don't know how to say, I think I'm getting good as an individual and as a team as well. We committed a lot of mistakes during the bootcamp. It was good for us. This makes us fix our mistakes for this tournament, and here we are. We play really good this tournament.
Yeah, try to put a few words on Broky, right? It's a guy we don't know much about. He's very young, very inexperienced, I'd say, but he seems to be fitting quite well with your team.
So Broky is a really talented player. He's pretty good. I think for me, he's going to be the next top 20 players.
Okay.
He's pretty good. He has a sick game sense, sick movement as well, and he came for us like a gift. We don't need to teach him much, so he just need more experience. But he's showing a good CS, and it's pretty good having him inside the team right now.
That's great news. I think Alex has a present for you.
Yeah, this, I'm afraid, is all yours. As if you need more things to take away. I'm going to show the camera before I break it.
It's a good gift, birthday, bro.
Yeah, that is all yours, man. Why don't you take it for a spin? That's all. Another one for the mantelpiece. I mean,
first time I got MVP from Blast. Feels good. Feels good. 2 years I didn't have one MVP. I don't lift a trophy. Though feels good as fuck. Thank you.
Especially because the last thing you talked about just then, he said, I was watching CS for 3 months. Did that light a fire in your belly, bro? With just wanting to get back on the mouse and keyboard?
Of course. When we stop playing, all my life I compete, and when you stop playing for 3 months, it's kind of hard. It's a heartbreaking for me. But after we closed the deal with MIBR and FaZe, it feels good. They treat me really well inside the team. They were listening to me a lot as well. So I think I brought like good things for them, and I learned a lot of things then as well.
It's been a lot of fun, bro. And I'll let you take this whole thing. Otherwise, you're not going to get it through airport security. One final thing, one final word. It's Beijing up next. Yanko said straight back to nose to the grindstone. I assume tonight you let yourself celebrate.
Have a couple drinks.
Have a couple drinks, celebrate together. We're gonna travel tomorrow already in the morning, 9 a.m.
Jesus.
So let's say like Beijing is gonna be a stacked tournament. It's gonna be really good. A lot of teams is gonna be playing there. So let's see. I think it's gonna be a good tournament. First match against Energy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good match.
Interesting.
It's going to be a good one. EG, well, we all make that mistake. You get that one. Anyway, I'm going to let you go, Cold. We've got to go and do all that boring goodbye stuff. And
Congratulations.
It's been so much fun to see FaZe in their journey. Thanks so much. Cold Zera, MVP.
You're good at this, Alex. Maybe you should work on the door tonight.
Do you like that?
Yeah.
I didn't think I'd nail that, but I kind of did.
I kind of did. At all.
Thanks, man. Brokey, of course, you can see him taking his celebratory walk into the FaZe green room for the last time. They are, of course, your champions. If you just joined us, what on earth have you missed? You missed Nuke going into overtime. You don't get overtime until the grand finals, but we made sure we saw it in that first map. And what a map it was.
We want to have all the excitement, don't we?
That was a great game, right? And I think NIP had a lot of honor in this game as well. They're playing well. It was another great tournament for NIP, right? It seems to be the case that they're trending upwards right now. A team that is getting better and better. They just changed roster as well. Got Tristan being the AWP player. So I think despite losing this final to a well-playing FaZe, we gotta give credit to NIP for playing well once again. Also, Lekro being the in-game leader. We saw him saying in some interviews with HLTV that they're trying to work on a solution where he doesn't have to call all the time. It seems to me like NIP still have some lack of leadership in that sense, but they're still making it work right now, and that's something that deserves some credit as well.
It's an absolute
I'm not quite
pleasure
sure
to see
what's
Yanko,
going on
of course,
here.
the coach.
Yeah. Security would be pretty fun.
Good to see my boy Yanko. The fact that he said, actually, the first Copenhagen, he was an analyst. Now he's a champion. I love that. That's just for a personal note. It is so cool to see hard work paying off. It's not been easy.
It gives us hope, doesn't it, Chet? We can still make it.
Yeah, well, look, if we want to transition from, you know, being behind the desk to having fun like Yanko does, maybe we could do that one day.
Seems like a lot of fun, doesn't it?
Well, there's more fun to come, of course. Not at this event. Royal Arena is closing its doors. The celebration of Counter-Strike Live from Copenhagen concludes. But there is more where that came from. Let's not forget, of course, we will be seeing you over in the Bahrain finals, where you'll be seeing the 4 teams, in fact 4 of the names that were in attendance here. You'll get to see all of them: Astralis, Liquid, NIP and FaZe Clan over in Bahrain for the Premier Finals. What do you call it, the global finals?
Yeah, it's the global finals, man.
That's the
Best
one.
of threes.
Best of
Overtimes.
Overtime.
Double elimination.
Oh, Chad.
Yeah, I know what to say to you.
Yeah, you get me excited, and of course we'll see you next year where the excitement does take quite the shift. That'll be talking more about that when we get to it. It's the end of the show though. Thank you so much, Pimp, Sponge, and from myself and everyone that was roaring here in the Royal Arena. We had a whole lot of fun. Maybe you'll join us next time.
And with that, Blast Pro Series Copenhagen is over. We have waited all year to be here in the Royal Arena in Denmark, and I know it just didn't disappoint. So thank you so much to all 12,000 of you who came to join us in the arena, and of course all of you guys at home watching. Yes, you, and you as well. Stop saying mad things about my dress. I know that you guys do not want this to end, and so therefore it doesn't have to, because we have got all the goodness from Thursday's Blast Backstage live stream for you to enjoy again, including Adam Savage talking to Astralis, Na'Vi and FaZe Clan, and a little bit of me hanging out with Cloud9, NIP and Team Liquid. So do stay tuned for that, and we will see you in Bahrain. Welcome to Blast Backstage. My name is Frankie Ward.
It's good to have you guys here. We've got a massive day planned for you.
I get the pleasure of talking to NIP, Cloud9 and Liquid.
I'm joined by the lads from Astralis. I'm joined by Na'Vi. I'm joined by, well, a third of the FaZe Clan roster here. Oh my god, best break ever. Oh shit, we're lucky.
Get older and fatter. You know, backstage boys.
Yeah.
Speak for yourself.
The backstage boys.
Yes. Well, Santi's gone. And Zeus is destroyed.
That is what the Blast Pro Series is all about.
So basically all you need to do is win and then you feel good.
Yeah.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
That's it.
Happy Halloween.
In the room. Yeah.
It's, yeah.
Also, happy birthday to Puffy.
Oh, it's oh.
Spooky.
Happy birthday, Count Zera. Happy birthday to you. Big round of applause for Count Zera, guys.
Do you have any feelings prepared for if you win tomorrow or this weekend?
I don't see myself there.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like in the distant future, right?
Yeah.
I can't go on if I'm 50. That's impossible. Or is it? I don't know.
I don't know. I kind of want to see you try.
First player go, that's the main question. Surely you're not going to check now. Still playing anti-flash there, goes the first one. He knows there's more. He can raise alarm to his team. 1, 2, just about. Beautiful stuff for Dupree.
That's CSGO in a nutshell.
What's that?
Like, you know, like, why wouldn't it render?
That's the nature of the scene. You're a bunch of gossips. It's fine. I'm one of you.
Yo, thank you, man, bro.
We really struggled to find anything.
This is before the side part. Like, this was when you had the centre parting.
And he's just in the angle. He's waiting for it. Timing is everything. He's going. Oh! It can't be real! Didn't see anybody landing the triple right through the smoke. I've never seen anything like it. And now, at least they're gonna get the bomb plant, but FaZe are being robbed once again. Naf, he's still in play in this round. On the other side is Rain, and he wants more. Naf, have you no mercy? He's gonna pick up an ace in the round.
When I was younger playing, I was hoping like I could get like a sick highlight and have like Anders or like similar casting so they can go off. So yeah, let's scratch that off my bucket list.
How does it feel to be a legend?
Pretty good actually, but my score's getting worse and worse, so I don't know how I got here.
Yeah, where's it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
When you turn 26,
when
you turn 26, you'll also get one.
Yeah, he did.
Never eaten barbecue to Limp Bizkit before.
Don't go anywhere. Why would you? It's Blast Backstage. We'll see you in a few.
Whoa. Oh dear.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Royal Arena in Copenhagen. I'm your host, Adam Savage, and I'll be giving you all the latest news and updates surrounding the Blast Pro Series tournament, as well as catching up with our desk hosts, our experts, and the teams and players as well. Now, yesterday, 6 of the world's biggest Counter-Strike teams. Scrawny looks. We'll get on to Scrawny very shortly. Headed to Copenhagen to join us at Blast Backstage and compete in tomorrow and Saturday's penultimate 2019 Blast Pro Series tournament before the global final taking place in December in the Kingdom of Bahrain. It's good to have you guys here. We've got a massive day planned for you. Before I go and introduce you to this wonderful group of handsome gentlemen here. And orcs. Machine, Scrawny Anders, Moses, Henry G, and Semler. I want to take a look and see what's coming up over the next few days at Blast Pro Series and look at what this tournament is all about. Take a look at this.
At Blast Pro Series, 6 of the world's best teams collide in an action-packed format. All teams face off against each other in a best-of-1 map format on the main stage, where 3 games take place at the same time, guaranteeing that you will see your favorite team play in the arena. After the 5 group stage rounds, the top 2 performing teams with the most points will go straight to the grand final. It's played in a best-of-3 map format, where 3 maps are picked, and the first team to win 2 maps takes home the title of Blast Pro Series champion, the coveted Blast Trophy, and $125,000 US in prize money. The third place team will get to play one of the teams already knocked out of the tournament in a show match called Blast Standoff. Here, they will get to pick the opponent from one of the knocked out teams and battle for $20,000 in an exciting 1 versus 1 format, where the team with the highest elimination score takes home the victory. You can tune in from home or join us in the arena for a Counter-Strike experience you won't forget.
So that is what the Blast Pro Series is all about. I quite like the video. It gives you a good idea of what the actual tournament is. You're right there.
We're not laughing at you, Savage.
Thank you, thanks,
Thanks,
Semler.
He's got half of a face.
Any mistake I make, it's okay, because I can just look at you and be like, I mean, it could be worse.
Yeah.
I could be scrolling right now. But that's what the Blast Pro Series is all about. If you want to know what goes on at a Blast tournament, take a look at this. So welcome to Copenhagen, voted best city to visit for travel in 2019 by Lonely Planet. This city really is the epitome of Scandi cool. Indeed. Okay. Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
From
the from
a tiny little Midwestern town.
From the iconic.
It's Beer City, USA.
Look at that. From the iconic, I want to pronounce this correctly, Nhaven, I think it's Nhaven Harbour. Cutting edge design to the new meatpacking district, which is full of really cool contemporary bars and indie spaces. There's plenty to do and see here. And let's not forget Copenhagen, of course, as well as a hub for emerging Counter-Strike, which even has a government initiative to help to develop and envelop esports into Danish culture as well. I like that a lot. So sit back and get your Higgy, I've got my script here, H-Y-G-G-E. How would you pronounce Heeg on while we update you with the latest news from the Blast Pro Series tournament Copenhagen. Right, let's get started. I'm joined today by you've heard their silky dulcet tones already. Let's introduce our wonderful cast here with me on the sofa: Machine, Moses, Scrawny, Scrawny, and Assembler and Henry G. Lads, what is going on? Welcome to Copenhagen, baby.
I think you need to answer this one, Scrawny. What's going on?
Well, happy Halloween, folks.
Happy Halloween.
That's it. There
Happy
we go.
Halloween.
In the room.
Yeah.
It's
Also, happy birthday to Potter.
Oh, it's Potter's birthday.
Spooky.
Yes.
He was born on Halloween.
Wow.
Yep.
That's so cool.
Don't go anywhere. Loads more aim challenges. Jack, on your way right after this. obviously, I mean, Astralis are the team that I think everyone is going to be here to watch. What a year it's been for those guys. How I mean, do you think them competing at home as well, in front of a home crowd, how much does that kind of boost morale, give them a bit of a win in their sails coming into this?
They've always had a tough time with home crowds, even nearby, even when they go to like DreamHack Malmo, like just right over the bridge. It's never been fun for them.
No,
it's a return to the days of old.
Yeah,
when they were so good at choking every event.
Yeah,
and people forget that.
Yeah,
people forget that they used to be a team of chokers, and now all of a sudden they're the most dominant team, won 4 majors and all that. But once upon a time,
I think last year they made it into the standoff match, like kind of like I think they were like 4th place or something, but missed out on that final, and they've been kind of dominating up to that point. So hopefully, I think it's the one missing trophy in their cabinet.
Actually, I think the furthest they've run on home soil, at least in a Blast, is in Copenhagen, was when they had like Dennis standing in, and it was like
that's exactly
really
it,
awful.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
It was
like,
actually,
that's the most successful they've been was with a full-on narrative.
Dupree was warping.
Yeah, Dupree was warping and insane.
That's when we came up with the worst nickname in Counter-Strike history.
Give it to me.
The Bad Librarian.
It's like a bad librarian.
It's like a cheap porn flick, and it was
it does put a tinkle in the dingle when you hear that.
No, but this has just been Blast all along. It's playing 4D chess with us, making sure that there could be no conflict of interest. Astralis aren't winning our tournament. What are you talking about?
Hey, come on, come on.
That's good.
Oh man.
Semmler's back.
Semmler
He's
is
off
back.
the chain.
It's good to have you back. Semmler, last year as well. You came back as a surprise thing to everyone here. You turned up last year.
was
I mean,
really cool.
We have actually got a VT of the
Holy
experience,
hell.
so let's see how your roundup compares to this professionally made edit. Let's have a look at this.
Ooh. Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Timing is everything, and he's not going to miss that shot.
He's got the angle again.
They're just committed to that fight. That's so bold. Could have easily been the kill.
He's been able to catch him out in the open a couple times. Finishes him off.
30,000 for the first place for the winner. Simple's got the right idea. Oh, there it is, the $30,000 shot.
I mean, it looked amazing. Simple, worthy winner as well.
Yeah.
A mic's on? I hope so. Where there you go. Okay.
1, 2. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Obviously, he's been considered the best player in the world for a while now. So yeah, well-worthy winner. He played well. I think the fun thing was Device almost got beat by one of the amateurs. I think in the quarterfinal came within like one round of actually beating Device. Electronic was the last one. Yes.
Yeah,
yes,
it was.
Indeed.
It took me like 3 minutes, but I remembered. I six names. Got it.
You didn't even remember.
Good job,
you probably
Anders.
saw his name flash up on the screen.
That's actually. I actually thought I could do that, and I was looking for it the whole time, and
I still couldn't do it. So,
I think the cool thing was we saw it a couple times. They were able to like bring up that map in 3D, and that tech is like so cool because I know we've always talked about like I know you and the analysts, and you know when I used to be on analyst desk a little bit more often, to be like, how cool would it be if we could actually bring up like a 3D map and be able to actually help viewers visualize what we're discussing, and that was exactly what they were able to do. So I mean that'll be a really cool tool in the future that HP can or Omen can provide to future events if that gets involved, where or even just content. Like imagine a player talking through like one of his clutches like that, which would just be a sick way to show
yeah,
off.
super cool. Yeah. And what do you think of the 1v1v1v1 kind of format? Do you think that did it? I mean, did you
I think it was a cool new format, a new way of trying things. It's obviously supposed to be a little bit more fun, and as we all know, nobody's ever had issues trying new formats in Counter-Strike.
Yeah. I'm joined by Navi. What's going on, guys? How are you?
Amazing.
Amazing. Just chilling out, having a good time.
Of course.
Is it good to be back here in Copenhagen? Yeah. So relaxed, so relaxed. Are you? I mean, with regards to Copenhagen, obviously last year you guys were champions here. So is it good to be back, knowing that you're going to be performing in front of this 12,000 strong crowd? I'll come to you, Simple. You're on the team last year. How was it?
That's great.
It was good.
Yeah.
Is the Royal Arena must be quite a cool place to compete as well. It's quite a magnificent venue.
Yeah, there was a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Very nice.
We've changed, the roster's changed a little bit since the last time we saw you. We've got Guardian, you're here as well now, buddy. How's it going? Team Na'Vi, is it good to be competing and working with the guys here?
It's amazing.
Yeah. You seem that you fit in straight away. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Blade, you as well. Obviously, with the guys here, are you looking forward to competing here in Denmark, with being on the roster with Team Na'Vi?
Yeah, actually I'm looking forward for any event. It's always exciting and it's nice to compete. And I think we can show a good result here.
Nice. Okay.
I think we didn't find a lot of mistakes after DreamHack Malmö, but after the last tournament, where they finished last place, I think all of us saw that we had a lot of stuff to fix and to do, and yeah, we're just here to test our new game after we fixed our mistakes after Turkey.
When things don't go well and they kind of don't go your way, is it hard to get back up or is it quite a good motivation to kind of go, do you know what, next time round the only way is up from here? How do you kind of get the team back together again and go forward?
I mean, it's hard both ways. Obviously, you don't want to end last, but sometimes it happens. But at the same time, it's positive. You find a lot of mistakes that you can fix for the future. So
yeah,
nothing to be super sad about. Of course, you don't want to be last, but
yeah,
there's like 100 more turns, so you need to fix your mistakes and keep.
There's loads of time. Yeah. We've got to take another break, but after this, we got lots more coming up with Na'Vi. Don't go anywhere. Why would you? It's Blast Backstage. We'll see you in a few. We have a fun little thing we put together as well. We're calling this Blast from the Past. Okay, so of course this year at Blast events, you guys have had some incredible plays and experiences, and we've actually got a few of them now that we're going to share with you guys at home, and you can see them too. We're going to show them to you one at a time, and just going to get your feedback on them afterwards. Here's the very first one. Have a look at this.
Often not too much in this spot, so it should be quite strong. He's looking away the right time. No, the timing. Oh no. You hate to see that. Now the pressure's on automatic. Rush and Cage and B, the only players left. They are being bled. And they bleed profusely here on overpass on this CT side so far. Oh man, it's happening again. Flamey with another kill, just finding a good timing. Oh god, it's not looking good. Oh my god. This round was just a catastrophe for Cloud9.
I mean, dominating on Cloud9 there.
It was in Miami, right?
It was in Miami, yeah, on overpass, yeah. Good memories of that, of Miami and being there, competing against Cloud9?
I think it was better memories for Guardian and FaZe Clan on this blast.
It was, yeah, that's right. That's why he's like, yeah, maybe. I'm wearing the Na'Vi colours now.
I think they beat us on Inferno.
Flamey, pleased with your performance? No. No. Nah, not really. Could do better. And welcome to you, lads. You just joined us here. How are you? Good?
Good, yeah.
Yeah, feeling good?
Absolutely.
Everyone seems astonishing. How are you guys looking forward? You've already qualified for this. One of 4 teams already in. Looking forward to the global finals in Bahrain. Been there before? Was it first time that you'll be going?
First time.
First time. Okay.
I think it's the first time we're like in. No, we've been in Dubai once.
Okay.
Twice.
Some of you.
Some of us have been in Dubai playing, but that's like a long time ago. But apart from that, I think it's.
We played outside in Dubai.
I heard it was quite warm.
It was really warm.
Behind us, we were waiting for the sun to go down.
Yeah.
We could play. It was quite fun.
Wasn't there just like fans blasting like everything set up? Yeah.
I was sick for 2 weeks after because the fans were blowing behind us, and because it was so warm, we had to have fans behind us blowing like they were these big containers.
Freezing,
yeah.
Wow.
So, so I was sick for 2
like we had
weeks
one
after.
big air conditioning unit per player.
Yeah.
Cool. But hopefully this time it'll be a bit better conditions. Hopefully, yeah. Maybe inside. Surely that's going to happen. Surely.
When are we going to have a Counter-Strike tournament in full rain? That'll be pretty cool.
That would be cool. Like, it's just pouring down on you while you're playing. Okay. No. We obviously over the year you guys have had some incredible performances, plays as well. We've got some of them actually. We're calling it the blast from the past. A few of the kind of the key moments for you guys. We're going to show them one at a time here. Take a look at this. Here's the first one we have coming up.
Note the numbers.
There we go.
Killdream gets the fresh mag in. Doors being watched by NINJAS. Gutierrez swings it. And he managed to got it. Yeah, it's too late though. Dude, 1v2. Very close. Smoke fades in the face of Device. He blasts Killdream away. Of course. Bomb a quarter of the way gone. Roman's eventually going to have to tap it. It's a flashbang with it. Door swings so he knows where Device is. And in anticipation of a push here, which is exactly what Roman tries, Device next level. He's smart. So smart.
Just read it like a book there. You see that Device guy's very smart. Yeah, smart guy. Smart cookie. Smart cookie.
No, it's from watching this guy in practice all the time.
Thank you.
Especially at the lower bomb side, I swear it's every practice at least once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was with
the clutch king himself. Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. What was Madrid like as an experience? Madrid was a cool place to go. You enjoyed competing there as well.
Yeah, it was quite good. I think that. Honestly, the thing that stands out for me is losing the grand final, and like the feeling after losing that grand final, it was pretty bad. If I remember correctly, everyone was so we were so frustrated with ourselves. So that's what stands out the most to me, which is kind of sad in sort of way, but because I think it was a cool event.
Rip news streak. Didn't we lose the news streak?
I think we
was
it like 20? Was it 20 something?
Yeah. 31-0.
31-0.
Yeah, exactly. And then Ends just orked us out of the server.
We got orked out the server.
Yeah.
Who's orked this?
I mean, 31-0 is not bad, is it? I mean, it's okay.
That could have been better.
Should have been better. I like that. The pint glass is always half full, Dupree. I like that. This is the Betway Aim Challenge. Oh, epic. epic in nature.
Was
I know.
that it?
It's just.
I'm really disappointed.
That was the must be the fastest time.
Yeah.
I think I hyped it up. Yeah, I hyped it up a lot. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're actually going to watch through Magisk's his whole experience with this. How did you find it first and foremost? Don't tell us the score, obviously, but how did you find it?
I don't know. It's the first time I played, so
yeah,
it was really difficult. I don't know where to look, so yeah.
Okay, yeah.
It was quite difficult actually, to be honest. I tried it 2 times in total.
That's it. And you got that. I mean, I've seen the time. It's really good. Did well.
Well,
Or did he? Let's see how we got on, guys. Let's have a look at this and let's analyze the nuts out of it as well. Here we go.
Miss.
Oh, it's all about the headshots.
I think you know the technique. I think you've seen it.
The wrong way. Yeah, I've seen others do it, but
he tried it before. He had a warm up, so obviously he knows a little bit.
I'm so confused.
Yeah. This room for me. This room for me is the toughest because they spawn so randomly.
Yeah.
I run out of bullets as well.
Yeah.
It's not good.
I see. Get the
How
rebound
did
in.
you events? You didn't even aim at it. Oh, it breaks off.
It's a circle of death.
Look, I'm also running the wrong way. Like, if I did it again, I could do it 7 seconds faster.
You think so?
I could.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so.
I've just lost a second there as well from not being able to press.
I know, it's annoying. I did the same thing. Okay, right, cool. So, I am delighted. So we kind of already saw the score there, right, guys? So, I can confirm. Now this is when the wire really plays an important part in this. This is really
put it behind the.
I can behind the jet. Thank you so much. Okay, so I can reveal that Megas, your score was 50 seconds, 0.56. Should we give him a round of applause, guys? There we go.
Gave him my applause as well.
There you go. Yeah, always cheer for yourself. So you're literally going to be tucked just in here. Just beat Glaive as well by like a second.
Yes.
I love that. I'll try and squish you in there.
I love that.
We're going to lose you very shortly, but before we do, there is something very important to share with you all. I think we're going to ask to cue the music now as well. Here at Blast, we have deemed that sometimes we want to honour one player in particular across the way, who we deem to be of legendary status. One of you has entered this Blast Hall of Fame into the legendary status, who goes above and beyond, who always delivers, and one of you has taken this crown, is going to be ordained, if you will, into this Hall of Fame. And I can reveal that this legend is Dupree! You have made it to legendary status here at Blast Pro Series. We have a card here as well. I think we have a card here as well.
I made it.
Do we have it down here somewhere? I think this is it.
Oh yeah, it's the card.
This
It's
is your legendary. You have entered the legendary status. And congratulations.
So
you have made it, Dupree. How do you feel, buddy? How does it feel to be a legend?
It feels good. I've
Do you have an MVP in Blast?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
But I can't complain. I can't complain. I'm happy now.
You are happy.
This is all I needed now.
You've entered
I can retire now.
I think from this point onwards, you are considered a legend in a Blast.
I'm also the oldest guy on the team, so.
Does it feel?
But
he's
he's
always
just the coach.
He's just the coach.
Just the coach. We've got loads more coming your way at home, and for you guys as well. We've got to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere though. Loads more Blast backstage with the guys from Astralis right after this. Hello there and welcome back to Blast Backstage. It's been an incredible day so far. We've had the casters on, we've had Astralis, we've had Navi, and now we're joined by two super fans, Frederick and Casper. Welcome to the sofa, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
How does it feel to be here? Blast Backstage, I think you just had a brief kind of meet and greet with Astralis. It must be a very cool experience to meet the guys face to face.
It is.
Yeah. I was going to say, so you're a big Astralis fan, Frederick.
Yeah.
Casper, you too, but wearing a Cloud9 shirt, a bit weird.
Yeah, you know, you gotta choose sometimes. There's many shirts, there's many teams, but today I chose the Cloud9 shirt.
I like that. You know, what was in the wardrobe, you felt today was the Cloud9 day.
Yeah,
that's fine. Earlier on today, we had lots of our casting talent here at the show give our Betway Aim Challenge a go. So we're now going to watch those plays with timings. This is the Betway Aim Challenge. Alrighty, okay. Camera. We got all our different people that gave this a go earlier on this morning, our different kind of lovely talent casters and desk hosts and such. The first person to give this a go was Machine. How do you rate Machine? Do you think Machine? I mean, looking at the board here, we've got like a talent board here as well. There's me rocking the swamp bottom, runt of the litter. Time there at 1:22. Obviously, Maniac at the top. There were 47 seconds. Machine, are we thinking he could do pretty well? Where do you think he's going to sit there? Do you think he's any? Are you thinking between certain people? Where do you think he might go?
I think either under or over Launders.
Okay, so you think he might be around Launders this time, 51 seconds. Okay, let's take a look at Machine's Betway Aim Challenge. Here we go, kicking things off. It's Machine. Okay. He looks very serious. It's all about those headshots so far. It's straight. Yeah, you get those. Okay, switched it up. The reload is all about timing. Oh, nice, got distance. So far, so good, lads. It's looking all right. Few hiccups, but looking good. This room's the hardest to clear. There we go. Into the cupboards, into the hallways. Oh, the reload. Nice. Look, he's so in the moment. Oh, you see that there as well. Missing one.
Bad on time.
Unlucky. Final room. He hasn't reloaded. Oh no, 6 bullets left. Can he do it all? Oh no, he has to change up. Oh no, he's gonna have to reload. Get in there, Alex. Machine. He goes, and there we go. A time. Okay, so you thought he was gonna sit between Launders, either above or below Launders. I can reveal that if my cord stretches this far, Machine got a time of 1:04:54. So he kind of sits just in there between Bardolph and Frankie, who's going to be on later on, doing the second half of the of Blast Backstage. 1:04. Not too bad, but I think others may have done better.
Yeah.
Next up is Scrawny. Have a look at this puppy. Here we go. This is Scrawny. Let's see how he gets on. The Betway Aim Challenge. Scrawny the Orc. Happy Halloween, everyone watching. If you've just tuned in, don't be afraid. It's just Scrawny. From Lord of the Rings, it looks like. Okay. Now, so far, he seems to me like he has gone a lot faster, a lot quicker. Yeah. What do you guys think?
Yeah,
a lot faster. He's really, and I think he's definitely not having to reload as much. Ooh, a few loose shots there. Okay, he's through. He's into the final room. This is what it's all about. The Orc with a full magazine is tearing it up. Oh, look at this. Okay, someone in his downtime practicing. That was epic.
That was great.
Okay. As you can see from that, significantly better than Machine score. Scrawny, you probably saw this already, but Scrawny did it in a whopping 49.92 seconds. He goes just below Pimp and just above Launders. Launders is going to hate that from his commentary partner there. Okay, so next up, we've got Henry G. Where do you think he's going to sit in the board? Henry G, we know what he's like. You know, the guy's He's got talent, but where do you think he's going to go?
Yeah, his experience, he should definitely be towards the top.
Do you think so?
I think so.
Do you think so? I'm wondering where. I'm hoping it's between Lornas and Potter because there's a lovely gap there that I can go in, but I have no idea.
He should be above though.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's just above Londers.
Just above Launders. Okay, let's find out. Henry G, this is his Betway Aim Challenge. Let's give it a go. Here we go. Let's check it out. All right, straight in. Okay. Oh, Henry. Oh, Henry. Oh, Henry.
Oh, no. He restarted.
You guys watching at home as well, get on the chats. Where do you think that Henry G is going to sit in our leaderboard, our talent leaderboard? Another question, will anyone ever get a worse score than me? Probably not. Hey, it's okay. I'll take the wooden spoon all day. Okay, yeah, I was using the touchpad, never used a mouse. Joking, of course. Am I? Here we go. So there we got. We're making progress now. This room here seems to be a key one as well for reloads. Using that event as well as your chance to reload weaponry ahead of that last room is absolutely paramount. Right, this is it. It's reload time. Getting into the final room. There we go. Henry G's going round. It's in a circle of death. There we go. There we go. There we go. The headshots are everything here. It's looking good, boys. It's looking good. Last one. Smash that button. There we go. Okay. So. It was pretty good. What do we think? Decent? Not bad.
His movement is pretty bad, but his aim is okay.
There we go. There we go. You heard it right there from Frederick. He is the guy. If you have any CS queries or concerns, visit Frederick. He's the knowledge. We call him the mainframe here. Okay, okay. So Henry G, conveniently, a score of 53.47, which is just in that little beautiful gap there. Cheeky. Henry G there, just above Potter, just below Launders. So he did well, did very, very well there. But we've got two more players who gave this a go earlier on. Next up, we have got Monsieur Semler. Monsieur Semler here with his Betway Aim Challenge. Where do we think Semler is going to go on the leaderboard, guys?
Oh, he's going to go a bit low.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
He's getting out of commission.
He's been on the subs bench for a while. I think it's. Well, we'll see what happens. Will he get a lesser score than 1.22?
Oh,
for
no.
his sake.
Not that bad.
Thank you. Thanks, Casper. You can come back. Never. Okay, right. Let's hop into Semler's go. Such a tall man, you can't even see the top of his face. There we go. Not a bad start, but he's using a lot of bullets. A lot of ammo is being just lost to empty shots there. Okay, this is the room for me. This is the key room. The office. The hot desking area. What do you reckon so far, guys?
No.
Not great. Okay. Oh, it's a lot of bullets lost there. A lot. There we go. One, two more. There we go. Okay, nice. Into the next room. Here we go. Here we go. Right. So all about getting through these janitor closets as quickly as possible and saving that ammunition. Okay, we got. Oh, I love it. You do a sneaky back way there into the vent. It's all about the reloads. We go into the final circle of death room. Here we go. He's around. He's around. He's around. It's looking good. Ah, there we go. Last view. Oh, the ammo. Oh no. Been knifed.
By bot.
And there we go. Okay. So we have a score, which is not. I mean, I think we can all agree it wasn't the best. Wasn't the best round.
Definitely not.
We don't think so. Where do we think he's going to sit now? Any ideas?
Right over Frankie, I think.
Yeah.
Spot on. Spot on. He is literally just. We've got Semler just above Frankie. I'm going to try and change this up without causing an absolute nightmare here. Oh, there we go. That's what they call me, the train wreck. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you just a bit with FaZe Clan here on Blast Backstage. Welcome, guys. Good to have you all here. The team is back together. Welcome back. Yeah, we said to Olaf and Brokey, welcome to Copenhagen. Is it good to be here competing at Blast Copenhagen? You're looking forward to getting out into the Royal Arena over the weekend?
Yeah, for sure. It's always been great playing in that arena. So many fans, the atmosphere. Yeah, it's great playing in this arena, definitely.
Is it, I mean, the impact, because you guys, it was Miami you guys won earlier this year, wasn't it? Was it FAZE?
Yeah, it was Miami.
Yeah, Miami. Obviously, it feels amazing to win anything, but I mean, to be there in front of the whole fans. I mean, 12,500 sold out crowd. It's going to be. Does that add pressure, or is that like do you kind of enjoy it every single moment that happens?
I don't think there's pressure. Just you're enjoying it, like you're used to, or like not anymore. Oh, you haven't like been playing that often now in arena, so we kind of just lost the feeling, but it's just like enjoying that moment. Basically, there's no pressure playing in front of them.
Yeah, and you guys have qualified already for the Bahrain Global Finals. Rain, how does that make you you feel that you guys are guaranteed going out into December to the Global Finals?
It's nice, of course. It's gonna be nice with the vacation place before. What for the vacation? No, but for the tournament, it's gonna be hot. You know, it's cold in Norway. I need some sun.
It's some winter sun.
Yeah.
Yeah, winter sun definitely adds to it. We're saying I think it's gonna be pretty hot over there this time of year. It's pretty toasty.
Yeah.
Right.
It's gonna be nice.
Yeah. Actually, congratulations! You got engaged recently.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Congratulations, man. Congratulations,
Thank
dude.
you.
Thank you. Suddenly the team say, "Oh yeah, well done." How I mean that amazing experience. I mean, you must be overjoyed that she said yeah firstly, but looking forward to that. What's to come in the future? I bet.
Excuse me?
Are you looking forward to the future ahead now?
Yes, of course I am.
Yeah,
of course. It's nice.
Yeah,
future is looking bright.
This future's definitely looking bright. Obviously, we've had a few roster changes since in FAZE over the last few months or so. How is it with this gentleman coming into the mix? How's it been for the team?
Awful, man.
Just sucks.
Going out in group. I was kidding. Cole's a good guy. Brings a lot of motivation and hunger to our team.
Yeah, a lot of experience as well. Definitely adds to it. How has it been joining the guys? Have they been welcoming?
It's pretty good. They treated me like kind of bad. They treated me really well. It's really cool. Like play with them. They have a lot of experience and they're really talented. So it's pretty nice to play with them. It's a new experience, new challenge.
Yeah, feels like there's definitely a good vibe in the team as well. The team's very kind of like keen to be here, playing together as well, which definitely helps, I guess, performance-wise.
Yeah, it's like having that atmosphere team helps a lot. It's just like you always have to like stay positive in the team, like no matter what, which we kind of didn't have it before that often, especially like towards the end, which led us to obviously roster changes and everything. But like right now, obviously like every like kind of new team has this honeymoon period, like everything is good in the team, like good atmosphere. But I just hope we're gonna keep that up and we're gonna have it moving forward as well.
We've got a segment coming up as well called Blast from the Past. We had a chance to look at some other teams we've had on today, some of their highlights across the season, and we've got a few of them right now. We're going to share with you guys. Let's take a look at this. These are some of your highlights. Let's find out who's up first. This is Nico.
Phelps actually going to be taking down Olaf, and he's just backing off back, I think, through the door there. So that was a smart play, and they're going to be falling back instead for... Oh, no! Knocking out both players. One more in there! Outrageous performance from Fur. They just lined up for it. That was purely robotic, wasn't it? Nico is alone, and with that P250, I mean, you don't want to underestimate him, but that is a shocking turnaround.
Here he comes, 1 versus 2. He knows where the bomb is, but so does Fur, who's just playing in CT spawn. I don't think Nico ever expects this angle from Fur. Can he complete forward? There it is from behind Nico. He spins. He has a chance. Oh, and he predicts the next one. A headshot. Oh, it's a follow-up. Nico's pulled it out of nowhere.
Nico, that's spectacular, my friend.
One of the easiest clutches I've ever won in my life.
One of the easiest clutches. By the signs of that. Good memories of your time in
I don't know what was that event. Was it
Sao Paulo? Yeah. I think Sao Paulo. Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah.
Sao Paulo. Yeah. That was an amazing crowd as well in Brazil. That was.
Yeah, it was wild.
It was wild.
It was
because the crowd were kind of like all up, kind of almost like on you. It was insane. Yeah, it was really good. But good memories of plays like that. I mean, you kind of go, yeah, it's one of my good moments. It's good stuff.
It was good. It was good. That play. It was like I think like the first match as well, the first round. So it was just good to do it like
against MIBR as well, the home team as well. So
too bad there was no crowd.
Yeah,
it was the first day. So
yeah. Just keep
everyone would hate me.
Quiet. Yeah, I like it. we heard a rumor from a little birdie that it's someone's birthday today. It is someone's birthday. And we have got something for you here. It's Count Zera's birthday. It's being Halloween and all. So we're going to sing happy birthday to Count Zera. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Count Zera. Happy birthday to you. Big round of applause for Count Zera, guys. Oh, yeah. Blow the candles and make a wish. You got to make a wish. If it wasn't to win Blast Copenhagen, we're all going to be disappointed, okay?
Hello, NIP. How are you doing?
Hello.
Good.
Good. Rez, I look like your embarrassing teacher right now. You're just like, yes, miss, I'm here.
Present.
Present, yeah. Should I do a little roll call? I'd have to do it in alphabetical order, though. Lecro.
Here.
Plopsky.
Yeah.
Pitter.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Forest. Rez.
Present.
And of course, Twist. But I don't want to talk about you being the beast from Belen, though, in Turkey at Star Series 8, though, because you were posting monster numbers. What do you put that down to? Because I know, obviously, you became a dad, so when we look at stats, say, from the major, like, to be honest, you're changing nappies. You're probably not going to be able to play much of Deathmatch. So, but now, suddenly, just, 6 weeks, 2 months later, you're hitting ridiculous numbers again. That's an incredible turnaround.
Thank you.
So, is it simply a case of having more time to practice, or just a newfound confidence? What's going on?
It's hard for me to say. As I said during the major as well, even though I might have posted my worst numbers I ever had, it felt really good going into that major. It really did. I know people are laughing. It felt really good. I can't say it otherwise. It felt good. Felt like it shouldn't go that bad, right? But it did, and nothing really changed for me. We did practice as usual, and I think just everything came together. I don't know what happened at the major. I think it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Someone messed with our computers, I'm sure.
A Twist. What's it like being a good guy of CS? Because you were a bad boy for a while, being with Fnatic.
Yeah, it feels good, like having a Swedish crowd at least with you during the Swedish game. But yeah, it feels good.
Yeah. Do you have to smile more often for photos and things? Like, is it slightly, you're just kind of trying to are you like literally taking tips from Lecro on how to be like innocent,
I've
lovable?
always been a like happy guy, like smiling a lot with fans, and
yeah. You just had to fake it during Fnatic.
I don't know how it will pan out. I mean, I think we are the first team to have 2 coaches because he has a lot of experience. I know like other teams have analytical people working around. Usually it's people with less experience that want to prove themselves. Threat has a lot of experience, but it's like we're trying something new. I think what he's good at, he's the best at it in the world.
Okay.
With all the respect to all other coaches, but he has that strategic mind. I think we should be really happy to have him.
So better strategy, better than Blade.
Blade?
Well, because Blade from Na'Vi is kind of regarded as being one of the most strategic minds in CS.
Yeah.
But you're saying better.
I have a lot of respect for Blade.
But you're saying.
But Threat is.
Threat's a higher
He's
play.
a threat for me.
He's a threat for Blade. Right, well, let's talk about some of the maps. I'm just going to have a check on my computer. First up, you're playing a couple of overpass. Okay, we've got a nice spread. I'm quite glad that it's not Dust 2, Dust 2, Dust 2, Dust 2, which is what we saw, I think, at Blast. Maybe it's Blast LA, I can't remember. There was one Blast where there was so much Dust 2. But you're kicking off with Cloud9 on overpass.
Nice.
You haven't played them, though, probably for a while. You've not played this lineup, certainly. Since
we haven't played his
Blast.
lineup, but we
No.
Blast. I guess it was the last time we met him.
Yeah. Was it? It wasn't even Blast. It wasn't Blast LA.
No, I don't know.
Because you guys went.
When
up
we're
Blast
both
LA.
attended.
Yeah.
Madrid.
Madrid.
Was that?
That's a long time.
Madrid, yeah.
So that was pre Daps coming in.
Yeah, but it's a new lineup. I don't think we can expect too much going into that matchup specifically.
From them or from yourselves?
From them. I don't know what to expect. I think we just need to focus on our game, right?
Yeah.
We can't. I don't know what to study because I think they just added Sub Rosa, right?
They're not going to be the old.
No, so this is a different team. So,
No.
but we should be okay. So we pass. I ain't worried.
You're happy with Overpass. You say you're happy with Overpass, you're not worried, but then you're playing Astralis on it afterwards.
Which is fine. It is fine.
They're not gonna have time to watch your demo at least, so.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you do play Overpass. You know, Overpass is a good map for you. It's a map we see you play a lot.
It's a
It's a map we see Astralis play a lot, especially at the moment, in fact.
Yeah, but we have a lot of players who are very comfortable on Overpass, which is good for us. Once people get into the comfort zone, I think that's when we play the best Counter-Strike, and Overpass is one of those maps which enables players to do so. So it doesn't matter which team we play against. I think in general it's a very good map pick for us. So I guess we're happy, and Astralis on Overpass is, well, they gotta be scared, man.
I think we played them on Overpass like every Blast event.
Yeah, I think so.
How did it go?
16-14 win, 16-14 loss, something like that.
See, it's a good map. It's a good map pick.
Stick around, we'll be back with Cloud9. Someone who has changed his priorities recently coming to Cloud9 is Sub Rosa. I'm coming to you really early.
Instantly.
It's literally like I want to plunge you into the deep end and just get you talking. So,
What are we talking about?
well, we're talking about the fact that you've blooming joined Cloud9, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
I think you like the team quite a lot because I was with Launders, I think it was in Rotterdam a couple of weeks ago when the news broke. And I think he commented on your profile because as soon as they announced that you joined Cloud9, it was like Twitter rebrand, everything Cloud9. I feel like you probably have a Cloud9 bedspread at home.
Soon. It's about to come.
Daps, what were the things then you took away from ECS and what were your learnings in terms of preparing for this tournament?
I mean, we moved around a lot of spots because we're trialing Yassine and we want to make sure that he's given a fair shot and sort of given spots he's already comfortable in. And we're just sort of, obviously we had one day of practice for ECS and we made some changes, so it didn't go well, but we're hoping that the changes will turn into something good here.
Yeah. What are the main things that you're looking to focus on then as a team? I guess what is your vision for this version of Cloud9, Daps?
I'd say it's just taking it map by map and just sort of seeing where we are and how the chemistry with Sub Rosa is going to be. But other than that, we're just, it's very early days.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Sub, you've been playing in the NA scene. So for viewers who maybe follow more the European teams or mixed teams, how would you describe your playstyle?
More of an aggressive riflers. I guess that's like my main role. That's what I've been doing, like more of the pack and just taking control of the maps. Definitely just an aggressive rifler.
Yeah. So you're going to be opening up space.
I will try to. I will try to.
I'm standing up here because I'm going to add your name quite soon, Kusta, to the board. We don't know. We're going to pretend that we don't know where he's going to be because everyone knows his time right now. But you guys at home don't. So let's take a look at the VT, as we call it in the world of media production.
We get to watch you.
Here we go. It's like The Godfather.
He was born.
Oh no, we
One
missed
behind.
that.
There we go.
Oh,
I'm saying it like you're playing this live. I can't help it.
Look at the composure.
That's all you, right there. Wallbang? Okay.
Oh, dude, that guy surprised me.
There we go. Nice rim. Nice. Looks like you practiced this, Kusta. You knew the positions. Oh! Steezing that out. There we go.
I've never seen a strategy before.
I have never seen that get knifed repeatedly.
Whoa, that was bad.
That's quick.
Thanks.
That kind of paid off at the end. Just let your chunks fly while you shoot everyone in the head and just sideways, bam, bam, off.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy that you can't die on that map.
Yeah, that is true. Oh, God. You can lose your headset, though, on this show. So, here we go. Your time. 0. We're going to do this soon, guys. 0.48.25. Are you happy with that result, Kusta?
I feel like having feelings about it is a bad thing.
So what do you have feelings about in general? Do you have feelings about tomorrow, playing these matches?
Honestly, not really.
Really? So when I talk about, say, Liquid on Inferno, no feelings about that?
Nothing comes to mind.
No? Okay. Liquid boys, have you got your cables in order?
No.
Nitro, flip it. You look like you've got a seatbelt on, mate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Just over the top of the head.
He doesn't have a license, he doesn't know.
Here we go. What actually happens in a huddle?
People just get zoned in.
Just get zoned in.
You talk about the game plan.
Okay. Do you get hyped up?
Motivational.